new music is getting better and better with each episode.
Now's the time when things are
I'm
shaking.
just gonna keep bringing it up.
I know. I'll get to it.
No, you won't.
No, I'm probably just gonna play the outro at the intro too.
Who are fake news?
I am not suicidal. We'll circle back with you directly. If I can circle back, I'll circle back with you.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to episode 324 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Brian.
And we're two guys drinking beer, talking what's going on, and listening to the zippers on Ray's clothes bounce around in his washing machine.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was like, is there a washing machine running right beside you? You're like, yes. I'm like, oh, of course there is.
This is the only time I get to do like laundry and stuff, so
Well, you only
funny.
do it once a month.
yeah.
But that's the thing, living alone as a dude, it really is that easy, especially if you have like a bunch of drawers and socks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially like you drive a truck, right?
Yeah, that's how I wear my entire my pants and shirt like the entire week. I don't get dirty that often.
Yeah, exactly. You're not getting. Now, I mean, if you sweat nasty, you'll change your shirt or something.
Yeah.
But
I wear an extra t-shirt just to to absorb the sweat. Does that out.
undershirt, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you wash. Yeah. That's. Meanwhile, I've got a wife and two daughters, and dear God, the laundry cycle is insane, dude. Especially the 3-year-old. I say that, and this now 6-year-old change 4 times a day.
Really?
They just love to put their dresses on and run around and play, and then change out and put on a different dress.
Dude, secondhand clothing, dude, is the best, dude. Because people just buy like clothing and they don't wear it that often.
Well, especially with kids.
Yeah, they're just gonna outgrow it, and they just like, why?
Exactly.
They're gonna get dirty, gonna get damaged. But
Exactly. We're about to donate our kids' stuff. And this is a place down the street called, I say down the street. Brian knows what down the street means.
That is not a thing. That is ridiculous.
Next county, you mean?
No,
It's
in
a
the same
20-minute
county.
drive down the street to the town.
to the nearest gas station.
And
You
if
should
go
get
the
like a
other
little
way-
golf cart.
If you go the other way, it's like an hour to the nearest gas.
You should get like a little golf cart.
You gotta turn down your game there, Guapo.
What do you mean?
How loud you come across, how much your microphone is picking up is
Okay,
game.
okay. How about
Yeah.
now?
Nah,
That's
you're
better.
loud as a monkey, but okay.
Meow, 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 meow.
Monkeys don't meow, that's cats.
I know.
Alright.
You are what you eat, though.
But yeah, there's a place down in town that it's called the Quarter Store, and it's like a Goodwill kind of thing where locals donate stuff there, and everything costs a quarter. I mean, there's some stuff that you can spend like $50 on, but that's like a washing machine, you know?
Yeah, the really expensive stuff.
Exactly. But we got a whole bunch of stuff to donate because we bought our girls a bunch of stuff there, and we'll pay, 100% extra, or we'll pay 500% of what it costs because I don't want to break a 5. You know what I mean? And I know I sound like an ass saying this, but this household right now brings in more money than your 3 average West Virginia households.
That's good. Dude.
So yeah, we donate as much as we can, and we give back as much as we can. We send our daughter to school with cash because they do this dollar days things where the kids can like buy popcorn, but like half these kids only get to eat at school.
That's
They're not
crazy.
buying popcorn and stuff. So like yeah, bring the money to school, hand it to the teacher, and let the teacher spread it out fairly to all the children. You know what I mean? Like a school lunch program we used to have when we were kids, with the poor kids got free lunch,
Yeah,
discount
they're-
on lunch.
Let this communists distribute what the communists do.
Oh no, hey, on small levels it's great. But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
when you
yeah,
nationalize it, it's easy to abuse. Versus my neighbor, I go, hey man, what the hell you doing? You know? But anyway, let's get on to the show.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah. So AOC has come out and said it's Trump's fault and Trump supporters' fault that she couldn't answer a Taiwan question at that Munich thing.
That's insane.
Yeah. I don't understand how she came to this conclusion. And then she said something like, "There's like 6 hours of this and that, and you didn't share any of the good stuff." I was like, "You're correct, AOC. I saw only 2 clips of you at this thing, and they both made you look stupid.
Right.
Why don't you find one that makes you look intelligent and share that one yourself?" You know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's we played it last week, and I thought it was hilarious because had you never heard that Miss Teen USA answer?
No.
Really, that was like one of the first things to go viral back in like '97. Yeah, but I knew you hadn't heard it because when she said the reason why most US Americans can't find the United States on a map is because they don't have maps.
Right.
I was waiting for beer to come out of your nose on that one. They don't have maps. Oh my god, that was just like when who said, "Oh, these black kids don't have internet. They don't even know what a computer is." Was that Bernie or was that AOC? You don't remember it, do you?
I don't remember. I heard it. I remember the quote, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
who's-
yeah. It's
Be either one of those crazy people.
it's like where do you think black people live? You know what I mean? It's like they don't live next door to you or upstairs in the apartment above you. No, they live somewhere where the internet doesn't exist. You know, fuck, you can't get on a plane without internet access these days. I don't know when the last time you got on a plane was, Brian,
It's
but
been
you
a
have to do it.
while.
You got to do it all through your phone now. You can't even show up with a fucking hard ticket anymore.
You still can.
I wouldn't know where then. Or I mean, maybe you can, but I bet it's a bigger pain in the ass. It costs more money. All right. All right. So the 6 Democrat lawmakers who did the illegal orders thing, U.S. Attorney's office has dropped the effort to indict the 6 of them.
Yeah, they're
Kinda-
trying to say that DOD can't like go after Senator Kelly and lower his rank either.
Well, that I was gonna say that was gonna be where we were gonna go next. But why? I understand why they dropped the charges because technically they said don't follow illegal orders. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? But we've talked about this ad nauseum here. We all know you can't follow illegal orders, but the issue is you have to make sure as fuck that you know that you're right before you say that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're always better off to say, I trusted my chain of command. You know, it came down through chief. I assume that from between the captain and the chief, someone would have said something before it came out to execution. But what got me was the Mark Kelly thing. He was Navy. He's retired Navy, right?
Yeah.
He's still collecting a pension.
Yeah. 06. Captain.
Captain, okay. Yeah, that would be a colonel in the Army, right?
Yes. Colonel in the Army Air Force.
Yeah, all right. I keep wondering if you're frozen or if you're just not responding quickly.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. So DOW should have some authority, at least
Yes, they should.
concerning his
His rank.
status in the military.
Yes, they should.
But they said, no, you can't do that either.
Mm-hmm. It's been appealed.
So, yeah, War Secretary Hegseth is appealing this. It's like, no. DOW gets to decide internal issues. That's the whole reason why we have it. And if we don't, then what the fuck is the UCMJ at all? Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Right here. Kamala Harris said the SAVE Act. That's the voting ID thing.
Yeah.
Is gonna, well, here we go. What is it? It must be stopped because 40% of Americans don't have birth certificates or passports. Brian, Guapo, do you guys know how to get a copy of your birth certificate? That's like, what's the word they use when they stamp it? Notarized.
Yeah.
Guapo? I don't even know if he's there or not. There's no sound. Andy's dark. Yeah, and how would you get a copy of your birth certificate, Brian?
You go to the courthouse in the county where you were born to get it, or in some states you
Boom.
can go to the DMV and get it.
I hadn't heard that. That's interesting. But yeah, like I've requested well, I say I've requested. I know how to request my birth certificate. I still have my original. Jeez, they even 43 years ago they looked fucking primitive compared to what you get today, you know?
Hmm.
But yeah, exactly. You just call the county office and it's a small fee, you know? And if you
Yep.
can't figure out how to, and first of all, you don't need a passport to vote. Who keeps saying that? What
No
they're
way.
saying is well, she said 40% of Americans don't have birth certificates or passports. First, oh my God. You don't need a passport to vote. That's one acceptable form of identification, you know? And it's not like it's like 1880, like the Civil War happened recently. All these uh slaves were free. They're no longer property. They're no longer chattel, right? They
Hmm.
didn't have birth certificates because they were the same thing as fucking cattle, technically speaking, according to the law, right? I understand the issue there. Those folks, no one is fucking alive today who was alive even 1 second before the Civil War ended.
Right. No.
It's not like there's no birth certificates out there. And yeah, okay, sometimes the city hall, courthouse, depending where you have to go, burned down 20 years ago. But there's always some kind of backup system, especially since most places have gone and digitized most of this stuff by now. I just think it's ridiculous that she's saying 40% of Americans. And it's like, so you're saying 40% of Americans are too stupid to figure out how to get identification. Maybe they shouldn't vote then. Like maybe
Yep.
instead of even you should own land or pay in more tax than you take out or public service to vote, maybe it should be if you can figure it out, you get to vote, you know? If you're too dumb to figure out, we don't care what your opinion is at this point. So I'm sorry, just it drives me nuts listening to these folks talking about like, it's a right. Yeah, so wasn't buying a gun, but you freaking ID me there and do a background check. Can we background? Here we go, Brian. Let's add a background check to voting because you can have your right to vote taken away with a felony conviction.
Hmm.
Maybe we should start checking that too. That's actually a great argument. There's a whole bunch of American citizens that aren't allowed to vote. We need to make sure that they're not voting because we already know they're criminals and make bad decisions.
Yeah.
And that's only a felony offense too. That's a misdemeanor. You can still vote. Uh, all right. Pardon my angry rant. Every time I hear an argument about this friggin' Save Act, they can't apply an argument evenly. They expect to move the goalposts every time for a different argument. It's like, but no, but you said it's a right. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go to this one here first. The 3 Mile Island one.
Okay.
That's in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah. Thought it
Nuclear.
was New York.
I thought so too for the longest time, but then I read the article and I was like, oh, I feel dumb because I thought it was new off the coast of New York, actually on an island, a power plant on an island, but
Yeah.
I don't know where I got that from because this article made it sound like it was in, or maybe it's a Pennsylvania company doing it. Maybe that's what it is. But they're expecting to have 3 Mile Island up and running by in 2027. I think this is a good thing. Where
It
do you
is.
stand on? Okay, so you like nuclear too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cleaner than fossil fuels, better output than fossil fuels, which means it puts out way better than friggin' solar or wind. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just don't put it on a fucking fault line next to the Pacific Ocean like the Japanese. You know what I mean? And Chernobyl, that wasn't an earthquake, right? That was cascade failure from
Yeah.
yeah. What's the word I'm looking for here? Being bad at your job, and I can't think of the word for it. Incompetence. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Uh, so, all right. So, who is this girl? Lou, that won the figure skating that everyone went nuts about because, like, years ago, she said something that could be interpreted to not like the United States because
Yeah.
of like foreign policy. Well, one, she has come out and said, "You guys are freaking nuts. I love this country. I got to compete in the Olympics."
Yeah.
Uh, but a restaurant, when everyone came out like cheering on how much she hated the country, this one restaurant came out with a response, 3 words: "Go fuck yourselves." I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Uh, I'm done with this Epstein shit. They're gonna slow trickle this shit for fucking years. But apparently, this is what people want to hear about. So tell me about the Clintons, Brian.
Well, they weren't going to testify. They tried to avoid testifying. Hillary, I don't know why she was called to testify. Bill was actually documented on Epstein Island in the plane numerous times, and he came out and tried to use some weird thing from his younger years, saying he didn't remember anything. He didn't know Epstein was such a bad person type deal.
Yeah, but he was talking about when he was a kid, right? Like a childhood anecdote. And it's like, dude, you were like 60, 70 years old, or yeah, 60 years old, right? When he was hanging out with Epstein and flying around with
Yeah.
him, getting his painting done. Looks like Guapo might be back. No, I don't know. Whatever. He'll let us know when he's around, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Hillary had to speak in front of Congress. She finally said she would, right? Because at
Yeah.
first she
Because they
refused.
threatened to do contempt of court with him.
Yeah. By the way, she's 79,
Mm-hmm. He told us the truth. They both
So,
are. Clinton's older than her.
I'm amazed that she's still moving. Uh, and so adamant, I guess. But Boebert leaked a picture to
Oh,
was it
that
Ben?
didn't make her happy.
Yeah, to Benny Johnson. I don't. You probably have no idea who the guy is.
No, I don't.
He's a right wing podcaster. He's actually a big deal. He's broken a lot of stuff, stories. And he went and shared it, like how unhappy she looked to be asked questions.
Right.
And oh, she lost her shit. She's threatening to sue because there's a closed court,
Yeah.
And she stormed out of the fucking what do they call it when they question her?
The hearing room?
Yeah, she's like, I'm out. And it's like, why didn't she get arrested? Like, you can't just say I'm offended and just roll out and say fuck all of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the
Yeah.
reason why you're here is because everyone's offended. Oh, all right. Uh oh shit. Okay. Last week we talked about the shotgun on the Capitol, remember? And you hadn't heard that story yet.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the dude at Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah.
Hey, what a
Yep.
North Carolina guy. Was he shot dead or arrested?
Shot dead.
Shot dead. Okay, the other one was arrested. Tried to go to Mar-a-Lago with a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what, you thought you were gonna like march across the golf course, go into the country club, find Donald Trump with some freaking 12-year-old in his lap and kill him? Like, no, the guy happened to be in DC at the time. You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
But these folks are stupid, dude.
They
Like
are.
if you actually do want to kill the guy,
Figure
I'm
out where
glad.
he's at the time. At least the guy
Yeah,
that got arrested knew that Trump was about to go golfing.
yeah. Uh but I'm kind of glad these guys are mostly dumb because they're trying to run across a giant empty field with Secret Service all over it, carrying a shotgun. And I'm like, at least I'm just glad more of these guys aren't as bright as the dude that killed Charlie Kirk
Right.
or actually shot Trump. And I think we're all lucky that these people hate rifles so much that most of them refuse to own one, touch one, fire one, know how to use one. Speaking
Yeah.
of my new my mounting brackets for my new scope showed up. So I'm probably gonna be attaching them to my new rifle tomorrow. All right. The trouble is new school calendar here in West Virginia to handle snow days because they've been kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
Um, well, what we did in Massachusetts was we had X days already accounted for.
Yeah, they do
That
that in Virginia
yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, yeah, Virginia, like it might snow tomorrow. There might be snow on your grass tomorrow morning. We're canceling school. Uh, but we did so many days put aside that, this is up, they're already accounted for. And if none of them happen, we just go to school an extra like 5 or 6 days or whatever. We've had so many here, especially with, the mountains and buses trying to get up and down mountains in foot of snow, that they're talking about doing something similar to that, but then taking the extra days that are snow days and distributing them as hours on school days throughout the school year to make up for it.
Hmm.
I don't like this idea because many, many parents base their work schedule around being home, to get their kids off the bus, or you know what I mean, or so the kids
Hmm.
aren't home alone. And if you go like, oh, we have to, school's gonna end an hour later today, and it's like, fuck. Nah. I personally don't like it, but it's a new idea. I guess it's worth a shot. Uh, yeah, and our Morrissey, Governor Morrissey, he I I understand why he's approving all these data centers in West Virginia because it's a ton of money coming in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if Google put their servers in the mountains, how much money would that bring into West Virginia?
a ton.
The problem is that they're talking about this one that they just approved. Uh it's several acres of land.
Yeah.
It's something over like 1 million square feet. Well, and I mentioned the other one to you recently that they actually got permission to build their own fucking power plants.
Okay.
It,
Is it
it
gonna be
seemed
nuclear?
no, it was mostly solar, and I think it had like a diesel backup. But the thing is, how many trees you got to cut down in the mountains to make solar panels get enough sunlight to work? Hmm. It wasn't diesel backup; it was natural gas backup.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, he's just announced a $4 billion private investment into this new giant data center that's going to show up. And I mean, I don't know. The reason why people come to West Virginia is for the beauty of the mountains. I mean, you're not coming here because
I
it's
thought it
fucking
was
New
for
York.
the strip mining.
Well, there's actually not a lot of strip mining, believe it or not. Coal mines are not like lithium mines.
Okay.
We do occasionally have every year or so, we've had a guy get trapped underground in a cave in, though. That sucks. Uh, but yeah, people come out here for the beauty, the mountains, the rivers, the streams, the wildlife. And if you go and just turn it into, jeez, don't it always seem to go, you don't know what you got till it's gone. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. And it just seems like that's what we're doing here, is that we're just going to cut down all the trees and pollute this pure, clean water. And, ruin the last vestige of wilderness in this country. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of wilderness out there, but West Virginia is known for the wilderness,
Right.
more so than Michigan or Montana, right?
Upper Peninsula.
Well, you go into the Upper Peninsula, like Harper's Ferry area, that gets pretty popular.
Yeah.
You're not glitching, but you're like it's skipping like 2 out of every 3 frames of you moving around. It's weird.
I see that.
Oh, so you see it too? That doesn't mean much. I hear you just fine. Uh, Richmond, Virginia. You guys had a mass shooting. What's going on?
Um, I don't know.
Oh, so this was Guapo's story, and he's not here.
Right. He left.
Yeah.
This mass shooting left, if I can read it because it wants me to pay.
Yeah, I couldn't read it either. That's why I
It
asked because someone
left
has a
2
subscription,
dead
right?
and 7 wounded.
Yeah, and the police are what they're
It
still
was in the
looking for this
city's
guy.
downtown. It was large fight between streets and cars speeding.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
saying there were multiple shooters,
Yeah.
and they don't have them in custody.
No.
Uh, that's that's not great, but yeah. See, that's what gets me though is that every now and then something comes through you need a subscription to. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $5 to $10 a month
No.
for like 35 different fucking companies, you know?
No, I can't do it.
And Yokohama, you familiar with the tire company?
Yes.
Yeah, they're a big name. No one thinks Yokohama right away. They think Michelin, which by
Yeah.
the way, same Michelin that does the restaurant stuff. You know that?
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, same company. I know, crazy that they'd be doing the two, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, the tire plant in Virginia that's been there since like I want to say '07 or '97 is closing on the 18th of this month. Oh, I'm sorry, of March, and it's about 400 jobs that are going to disappear. It's unfortunate.
400 people.
Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate. That's money coming into Virginia, and I wonder if it has anything to do with the tax policy in Virginia.
No idea.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It
You
doesn't say
because
how long the business has been in place in Virginia, so
all right.
they're moving their plant to Mexico.
Shit. So okay, so they're going for real cheap labor. Shit. Who wants to? We'll get to it later, but who wants to go to Mexico right now?
Uh, People are canceling their destination weddings in in Mexico right now.
Yeah, yeah. You're not getting not even in Cancun or Cozumel or Tijuana.
You're going on a cruise to Haiti, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's officially been canceled in Haiti. And my sister, oh my God, she sends in this sibling chat we have with myself and my two siblings. She's like, oh my God, they canceled the trip to Haiti. And she's like, this, I don't understand why it sounds so stupid. And I was like, there's a cannibal running around eating people. And
What?
they
You're
call them
lying.
barbecue.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I didn't know that. I was like, I brought this up when the tickets were booked that we're all going on. That's like, no way we're going to Haiti. We're probably going to go to the Dominican and we're going to some freaking other island instead altogether. Like, we're not even putting you on the same island. But I was like, I brought this up. And this is why you guys all think I'm fucking crazy because I brought this up at the time. You said I was
Yeah.
fucking nuts. Then it happened. You're like, I have no recollection of that. You know? How long ago did we talk about barbecue?
Well, it's been years.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's no government right now, right?
No, I mean, no, not really. There's people saying they're in charge of the government. The
Yeah,
actual capital
warlords.
city is being run by gangs.
Yeah, warlords are trying to seize power. Oh man. Thank God the Haitians are all but worthless in terms of getting anything done. Or else they could be a real threat with what's going on there. Because I mean, imagine if it was ISIS or Taliban in Haiti versus the Middle East.
Right.
All right, so they couldn't get rid of the snow in New York, right?
No, because they couldn't find enough people to shovel.
Well, no, before they asked for the shovelers, the first storm, they couldn't get rid of the snow. And then I laughed because AOC came out and said, it hasn't been above freezing. So where's the snow gonna go? Like it doesn't just disappear. And I was like, what have we been doing my entire life?
Shoveling it.
You plow it. You don't just leave it there and go, oh, it snowed. Jesus Christ, you're all gonna fucking die, you know? And then because they had such a shitty problem with this last one, Mom Donnie was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hire shovelers. They're gonna come out and shovel."
Yeah.
First of all, like 4 people showed up, and I think two
Yeah,
of
but they're
them
the
got
only ones that had ID.
yeah, because you needed identification to fucking shovel snow.
You don't need
but not to
identification to
vote.
vote in New York. You need identification to shovel snow.
What the hell? Why did you need ID to shovel? Oh well, because we paid him $35. Who cares? They shoveled. You watched
They
them. Hand
wanted
them
their
the cash.
taxes. They wanted their tax money back.
That's probably exactly what it is. We're gonna tax you on that $35 because we need that money back.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make it a point, and I hope you help with this. I want to follow what happens in New York City through Mamdani's term.
Oh hell yeah! It's great
If he
for
can
the
pull
show.
this off, I'd be impressed. But everything I've seen so far is New York City's already bankrupt. You know.
Oh, he's already talking about blowing up the rainy day fund they have.
Yeah, they just use it all at once to pay for what housing or something stupid.
And
Which
he said he's trying to raise the income taxes on all the billionaires and millionaires that live there. They're all moving out.
oh shit, he's already moved past that because they already moved out. Now he's putting in place a 10% property tax on everyone in New York City. So if you live in one of the boroughs away from like Times Square and actually have a house, your property tax just went up 10%. And he was supposed to make everything more affordable, right?
Yeah, because he was the communist mayor.
Yeah. And then when we talked about recently that the family called 911 because their son was going nuts. Cops show up to help out. Kid comes running out of the kitchen with a fucking knife, screaming, and he got shot, right?
Yeah.
Mamdani was like, we should have sent social workers. I'm like, to get stabbed to death? What's a social worker going to do in that situation?
Well, he's saying the social workers will cost less than the police. I mean, there was
Yeah, but
like an additional $5,000 5,000 cops that were supposed to be coming into the New York City Police Department, and he already axed that. He's like, no, we don't need them.
I know, and that's the crazy thing, though. Is like, what would a social worker in a suit and tie with a briefcase do when an 18-year-old with a freaking carving knife comes charging at him? They're either
Oh,
going to get stabbed to death or they're going to run away and
they're
let
going to
the
use the
family be
briefcase
killed.
as a shield.
Yeah, well, I would use his own parents as my shield. You get to kill them, not me. Sorry, buddy. I don't want your family to die either, but my life is more important to me than your mother's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a little different here because if something like that happened here, pretty much anyone would shoot them.
Right.
But New York, only cops are going to have guns, right?
Yeah.
Or billionaires.
Yeah, you got to go through a whole lot of red tape. You dealt with it in Massachusetts. Well, it's worse in New York City. So
I know. And I gave up in Mass. I was like, it's just not worth the fucking effort. I know I've said it several times, but
well,
cheap.
that's what they want you to do. They want you to give up.
That's exactly what they wanted. But they're like, why? They wanted me to write a letter to my chief of police to explain why I needed to own a gun. And I was like, what do you mean need to own a gun? It's like, and apparently, fuck you, it's my right isn't good enough, but apparently it's good enough for voting. So, but yeah, and I was like, dude, I have training. I can show you my military record that shows you I've been certified, qualified, probably better than your own police, in a small podunk town that never fires a gun.
And I think Madami forgot that black people own houses in New York State too.
Well, yeah, that's because these black folk thought they were getting hooked up, and then they found out their property tax went up by 10%.
That's a big jump.
It's like, well, you said you were going to save us from all this shit because, us poor black folk. And like, hey, what the fuck, dude? It's like, yeah, you got lied to, dude.
Yep. Get used to it. You got 4 years of this shit.
Yeah, and I can't believe you believed a fucking communist. Like, the easiest question to ask is, who's going to pay for it? And if you're going to say the billionaires, well, then what billionaire is going to stick around? Especially because what, Texas just built a new stock exchange?
They're working on it. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't even have to be in New York to do it. And by the way,
You don't have
just
to
like
be in New York anymore anyway. That's
yeah,
why so many people are moving out, you know?
well, I mean, I don't go to New York to buy stocks. I don't even call a broker who calls a guy in New York. I click a button on my computer and buy a stock or sell a stock, you know?
Yeah.
And I love when people say, well, most Americans don't own stocks.
Everybody. If you got a 401k, you own stocks.
That's the exact argument I brought up. And I was like, well, do you have a retirement plan? He's like, well, yeah, I got a 401k, but I don't own any stock. I was like, maybe you should actually look at what your 401k says because it sounds like you just dumped a ton of money into something you have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
It's like, it literally put your money in the stock market,
Yeah. That's where they invest all their money.
which and that was the big deal with when Walls was like cheering on Tesla collapsing. It's like Tesla was 40% of the government
stock-
workers pension
Pe-
fund
Yeah. In Minnesota.
in Minnesota. Yeah. And it's like, so you're cheering for your own employees getting fucked out of their retirement. Good for you, buddy. But these folks didn't know any better until the freaking all of a sudden their monthly check went down. Yeah. Okay. I don't know who Randy Fine is. I guess he's a New York congressman, maybe. I don't know. I think I read this article once. I heard the name, put it in New York, so I'm guessing he's a New York guy. But he wanted to bring his dad and his dad's seeing eye dog to the State of the Union or something.
I said no.
And they made a big deal about it. Like they're all pissed off, and it's like I thought the disabled were allowed to have seeing eye dogs. Like you allow people to have fucking little tiny dogs they put in their purse because they need them so they don't freak out. What about the guy
Yeah.
who actually needs it to get around, you know? What do they call those dogs? Shit.
Seeing dogs.
No, not that one. The other one. The one people have is like, oh, I need an animal with
Service
me
dog.
Yeah, I know. Not your normal service dog. The one when people just want to have
Emotional
a fucking
support.
emotional support animal. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Like you're okay with emotional support animals, but not a fucking seeing eye dog.
Hmm.
Well, just let you know they're looking for a reason to be offended. Tell you what, if you want to be offended, come listen to us.
Yeah. We'll give you several reasons each episode.
Well, speaking of a good reason to be offended, Brian, I was thinking of making a new cartoon
Oh no.
about a superhero.
Okay.
All right. And because I love DEI so much and the culture of these different people,
Hmm.
that I am going to make Captain Durag. And his
Durag.
durag will be a mask that comes down over his eyes and in his cape. And he's obviously black.
Well, that's what Disney's gonna do.
Disney already did it. It's already on TV. So yeah, just I'm hoping someone heard that and got offended, then found out Disney already did it because
So you're gonna claim copyright infringement to Disney?
they no,
'Cause
I'm
you
just
had the idea before Disney.
I definitely didn't because I'm not that racist. You know? Uh, oh my God. So what's up with this Twitter trial thing happening? Is this still over the sale? This has something to do with like he took too long to sell the
I
company
don't know. I don't know.
and they're trying to sue him and all like it still got sold. And it wasn't him refusing to actually make the payment. It was the shareholders had to get together and cast a vote. Right? But
It
check this out.
says the case stems from a class action lawsuit filed in the U.S. District of Northern District, California, with investors. They're saying he violated federal securities laws with the months of his public indecision over purchasing the company as a scheme to drive down the price of shares before he completed the purchase.
Why would that drive down the price? If he's going to buy it for more than it's worth, wouldn't the price go up as people bought shares to get
Well,
a
they're
piece of
saying
it?
they're having a hard time finding a jury pool to even prosecute this thing. So,
Half of them got thrown out because they showed up like, I hate him. He should die. Like, okay, go home.
well, look where you're trying to do it in North. I mean, they were judge shopping. They went with Northern California, and this is what you're going to get. I mean, you might, if you can find enough 12 people to do it, you'll probably get your verdict that you want, But
Well,
They can't
Here's the
come. They
thing.
can't come in and say I'm totally anti Elon Musk. You know, there got to be a little
Yeah,
objectivity in
at
the
least be
jury.
bright enough not to say it out loud, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: Elon at this point can say, "I can't get a fair trial," and
I'm surprised he
according to
hasn't done that yet.
the Constitution, if he cannot get a fair trial, you must either change venue or drop charges.
Yep.
And maybe his lawyers are working on that because I'm sure he himself is way too busy to handle this shit.
Yeah.
But like, for real, the price wouldn't have gone down when he was teetering on whether or not he should buy it. It would have gone up as people bought it because he offered to what he paid 1.6%, 1.6 times what its value was.
Yeah.
When he said he was going to buy it, I went out and bought a butt ton of shares. I say a butt ton, enough shares, and I made a couple grand, a couple dozen grand, and it was easy. It was like overnight. All of a sudden, just like I had like 50% more money in that account. And what was
Right.
great was since he bought it outright instead of the value going up, I just got paid.
Right.
Boom, money dropped into my account. Oh, check this out. Nurse in Boston, right? Was dealing with this group, this gang of kids, basically just being hard asses,
Mm-hmm.
fucking with everyone. They're doing that stupid bicycle thing. That's the new trend. That I think the first time we mentioned it was in Boston when they rode through the tunnel on their bicycles on the highway. But she gave a description about who these youths were harassing the peoples,
Oh no, not that.
and she's racist
But
by simply saying they're black. She's racist,
of
and it's
course.
like, well, if you're looking for a fucking Korean guy instead of a black guy, you're never gonna get the right guy, right?
Right.
It's not racist. It's objective. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
It's just this woman got attacked and was asking for help, and she was attacked again for being attacked by black kids.
Right.
And here's the thing: is I got enough black friends, and granted, not many of them live around me here in West Virginia, but they're not fucking ghetto little hood rats like these motherfuckers that we're talking about.
No, they were active
We're
duty
only
in the
ever
Navy.
some of them, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't come up in this show. What comes up is these roaming groups attacking people, and then you are called terrible for describing what happened. Jesus Christ! I got enough black friends, and I asked one of them, "Do you know where to get your ID?" He goes, "Yeah." You think I'm fucking retarded?
Yeah. Your politicians do.
Yeah, I was like, apparently the people that a lot of people are voting for seem to think you are, you know. All right, NHS. I think this is this Canada or UK? UK hospitals.
Yeah, UK. I've shared this article.
Yeah. Well, you might know a bit more about it than me. I don't know.
Yeah, the National Health Service is telling their staff they got to use XM pronouns in diversity training. So here in America, thanks to Trump, we're kicking out DEI, but in the UK, they're going full force, 100%, full speed ahead.
So what happens when someone who's born man but identifies as a woman goes into the hospital for a hysterectomy? Are they going to actually explain to this person that they don't have a uterus to remove?
No, they're gonna charge him
Or
for
are they
it.
going to cut this person open and charge them?
Yeah, they're gonna cut the person off and charge him, make him feel better.
And you can say, "Oh, they free healthcare." Yeah, fucking tax dollars. Okay, all
There's
of
no
these
such thing as
surgeries.
free healthcare.
Yeah, all of these surgeries is justifying them taxing the fuck out of you to pay for it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to acknowledge their identity versus the reality of their biology, you're going to run into some real issues. You're going to miss like breast cancer, prostate cancer, friggin' sickle cell syndrome that you see occur almost exclusively in black men. Because apparently now you can trans ethnicities, right? After that Latina in Connecticut killed everyone. The giant dude with the Nazi tattoo.
Yeah, female.
Yeah, can you imagine? Oh my God. And again, you can do all this stuff. That's fine, but you need the hospital to acknowledge reality. And you know what? Probably the criminal justice system too, because I mean, could you just imagine a rapist who decides he's gonna just who say, "Oh, I'm a woman," right before he goes to prison?
Yeah.
I wonder why. All right. I don't know much about this one. Trump pulled his endorsement over the Colorado Republican over a lack of support on the tariff stuff. I don't really care. I don't, it doesn't mean much to me. Seems people are losing faith in the tariffs, even though as long as you buy American made goods, you typically pay less money
Yeah.
and are paying less tax. But you
Well,
know,
everybody
these
made a big deal about when the Supreme Court said that he can't do the tariffs the way he
under this, but under
under
that
the
one
petition.
thing, right?
But he already came out. We talked about this in the last show, and before the show was over, he'd already came out and said, "Hey, I'm just going to raise the tariffs on all the countries by 10%."
Yeah. And I brought that. Like, I hadn't heard that. I was like, dude, it was today. Like, yeah, this happened today. I was like, yeah, it was like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, all right, fine. We'll just raise the tariffs on the entire fucking planet then. And there's nothing the Supreme Court can really do about that. Or if they can, if they decide to pick it up, how long is it going to take for them to get to that
He
case?
won't be in office by the time it gets back to the Supreme Court.
Exactly.
And meanwhile,
Exactly.
you got all these companies that are trying to get their money back by suing the U.S. government for a refund. How long do you think that's going to take? Do you think there'll be any refunds? Because I
What
do
was that?
not think there'll be any refunds with FedEx trying to sue the government for their money back from the tariffs.
No, and actually, it sounds like they might have to pay more. And why is FedEx paying the tariff? Isn't that an American company?
Well, they're getting shit from overseas.
Yeah, so the companies that make this stuff overseas should be paying the tariff, not the guys that ship it, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you don't. I mean, yeah, granted, you tax the guy delivering stuff, but uh, tariffs are supposed to be international taxes.
Right.
That would make it an import tax and not a tariff, and they're not quite the same thing. You know what I mean?
No, they're not.
Well, start us out on oh yeah, get us started on the next one. I got a pee so bad.
All right. Well, the new governor of Virginia, Spanberger, gave the State of the Union response, and she slammed Trump on affordability, even though she's raising every tax she can come up with in the Virginia within a month of her being in office. So she is not living up to her pre-election um, calls for affordability in the state of Virginia. And the truth comes out. She's not a moderate. She's definitely a liberal, and she's definitely crazy.
Well, that's the thing is she was screaming about affordability as she just raised literally every tax in Virginia
Yeah,
and made new ones.
yeah. I'm
It's like,
almost excited to move to Michigan and become a registered voter there for a few years while she's the governor here.
yeah, but what's in Michigan right now?
Whitmer's on her way out. She's
You
term
don't think?
limited.
Yeah, you don't think there's gonna be another freaking nut job right behind her?
Probably, but I'm hoping for the best.
Well, I mean,
I'm hoping my vote and Kathy's vote will sway it
it's the
all.
one that pushes it over the limit.
Yeah.
Maybe people learned a lesson after Whitmer, especially after she allegedly sold out to Trump.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, I just laughed when Spamberg is like, "Whoa, affordability," and Trump's this and that, or making everything cost more. It's like, why are you raising taxes then?
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're gonna say, "Well, we need to pay for something," so is the fucking federal government. If you keep demanding money from the federal government, where's that money supposed to come from?
The air.
Which again is why I like the idea of taxing the states instead of the working employee. However, Virginia wants to tax their people. That's up to them.
Yeah, it's a
Federal
states'
government
rights
gets,
issue.
huh?
I mean, I'm going to go
Well,
off
no, I'm
topic.
saying instead of the federal government imposing their own income tax, they just go to Virginia and say you owe us X%, and it's
Ah,
the
okay.
same X% for every state.
I mean, I was listening to Clay and Buck show this week, and they were saying that everybody freaked out when the Supreme Court overruled Roe versus Wade. And, the Dems really don't use that as a election viewpoint anymore because, I
States'
mean,
rights.
it's a states' rights issue. It always has been. It always should have been. And the states that want to do abortion, they're doing it. The states that don't want to do it, they're doing it. And everybody's happy for the most part.
Oh, Ginsburg even said when she gave the majority opinion, right?
Hmm.
When that was done, and she said something along the lines of, "This is not going to stand long. It is
It did,
completely against
though.
the." Yeah, I know, but she even saw. I was like, "This isn't going to work. Is it is illegal, but we're going to figure out something for right now."
Yeah.
Expecting Congress to step up. And here's the question: had Ginsburg been alive and on the court still, would she have said it's been long enough? Someone else needs to figure out, not the federal government, or would she have voted the same way again?
Would have voted the same way again.
You think so? Because it was what, like 50 years?
Yeah.
Something stupid.
Hmm.
And she was the one who was like, this isn't gonna last long. This is not right. But
But she's going to keep it going as long as she possibly could.
and this is something that we brought up when she died, was like she should have stepped down.
Oh, yeah. There's talk about there's Republican people in the Supreme Court that should be stepping down right now.
Roberts or
I don't know
Gorsuch.
who's older, Clarence Thomas or Roberts.
Mm,
I
they're
think
both
Clarence
fairly old.
Thomas.
Thomas is fucking based. Maybe I'm thinking Roberts. Which one's the black guy?
Thomas.
Thomas. Okay. Yeah, I almost always agree with what he says when it's said and done. I'm like, yeah, no. Versus then you listen to Ketanji Brown Jackson.
She's an
And
idiot.
yeah, she goes on to freaking like Gemini or Google AI or something and prints out a freaking rebuttal. And it's like, this doesn't make any sense. All right. This is interesting. Oh, which one was this?
Clarence Thomas is the oldest.
Okay.
He was born in 1948, appointed by George H.W. Bush.
Yeah. All right. Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
He was long when he was old when he got in.
Yeah.
That's what gets me about oh my God. Who the not rapist, gang rapist. What was his name? Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
He can't be 60, right?
Uh, he's
Yeah, he's
probably
probably
pushing 60.
you think so?
Let me look it up.
What about the woman there that he put in? Why can't I remember her name? She'll side with either side depending on the issue, which I respect, but I expected something different. What the hell is her name? Shit, it's the beer, man. Friggin' 6 hours ago, I could have listed all the justices off to you.
Clarence Thomas is 77. Alito is 75. Roberts is 71. Gorsuch is 58. Kavanaugh 61.
So Gorsuch is younger?
Yep. Amy Coney Barrett's 54.
Barrett, there you go. She's gonna be there a long time.
And that's why the Dems are talking about term limiting even the Supreme Court.
I thought that was the whole point of not having limits on the Supreme Court, was so
It
that
is.
this stuff would be slow and it wouldn't be a drastic change that would lead to revolution.
It is, but
Because I mean, well, Australia's a prime example. They turn on a dime how often? And nothing seems to ever get better because someone else takes office as soon as this new idea doesn't work out immediately. But yeah, CNN had a caller come in about the State of the Union saying it's like, no, Trump actually made a lot of sense and we need to worry about this and this. And
They weren't happy with that, were they?
No, a lot of their viewers weren't happy at all. Did you share? Did I shut off my share?
I shut it off because I was working on something. You turn it back
Oh,
on.
yeah. I can now. No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh no, let me fix it.
It's disabled altogether. Because I got a
I
little.
no, I was trying to make shit work, so my fault. I can fix it. I
You
think.
muted me too.
I didn't mean to. Sorry.
But yeah, I got
Because I might read one of my apps wasn't working that I normally use to do shit. So I paid for an upgrade on it and it still said I couldn't use it. So I had, because they said I wasn't the host of the fucking show, even though it literally says host on the Zoom.
that's always fun, isn't it?
So I turned off your co-host and, and then they let me
Gotcha.
start the Zoom
Oh,
everything back up
you have to
again.
be a singular host.
Never
Well,
heard. It's never been a problem before.
of
So
course not. Well, this is interesting because after people got all pissed off, complaining about what this guy said about how like Trump actually made a lot of really good points,
yeah,
CNN pollster, and no, not Harry Enton, came on and read the poll CNN did, and this is fascinating.
Among
It's
speech
not-
watchers tonight, 64% say his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. And look at the growth
heard
President
about
Trump
this
made
poll.
over the speech. So pre-speech, it was 54% of speech watchers said his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. After the speech, that number goes up 10 percentage points. So Donald Trump made some progress with people watching the speech from their
That should
pre-speech
scare
expectations
the
to
Dems.
what they saw in the speech itself. And that's
Well, that's a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like, oh, nobody liked it. Oh, everyone hated it. It's like, no, dude.
No, not the case at all.
It's like, and again, it's like, no, not everyone's at least a little racist. You are racist,
Yeah.
and you want desperately to be able to blame it on simply being a human.
Right.
And if everyone is, then I'm not a bad person, right?
Right.
And that's what they're doing is everybody hates Trump. It's like, actually, according to the fucking actual numbers of CNN, CNN did the poll. You think they're calling
This was
freaking-
a Fox News poll. This was a CNN poll. So
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. CNN people polled were like, yeah, no, that was good. 2-to-1. And the people that are like, kill him now. Everyone agrees. Like, no, they don't. You're
No.
just a fucking monster. You love democracy until you lose the vote. And now everything's horrible. And we need to just throw democracy out the window,
hmm
And yes, we can make the argument it's not really a true democracy.
No, we're
That's
not a
not-
democracy.
We're democratic, if that's an acceptable
We're a
term.
representative republic.
True, with a democratic voting system. It's not a democracy
We're not
system. It's
mob rule.
democratic. Correct. Exactly. That's why I like the electoral college, so that like all the people that make your food in the middle of the country aren't overruled and taxed into oblivion and having the land taken and then put in a whole bunch of friggin' fucking hippies that want to be communists to go work the farms, and water in their plants with Gatorade like idiocracy,
Yeah.
I know everyone thinks they could be a farmer, but no, they can't.
Takes a unique breed to be a farmer.
It really shit. Michigan man, you've seen real farms.
My dad owns a farm.
Yeah, not my garden in my backyard.
No.
My farm.
Yeah.
He has 20 acres of corn,
Yeah.
and across the street is 700 head of cattle.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get up at 4 a.m. every day to take care of those cows?
Hell
And
fucking
that-
no.
Yeah, and stay up until 10 o'clock at night, and then you get to fucking kill them and butcher them to send out so that the American citizen can have a steak and a cheeseburger.
I love my steaks and cheeseburgers.
I do too. And I'm no butcher, but I've done my share of butchering, hunting, Not something I would want to be my job, especially working in an actual like meat processing plant that comes from the
Nah,
farm.
I know people that work at meat processing plants that
Whoa.
won't eat hot dogs anymore.
Oh, the fingers?
They didn't say.
Well,
But,
the rats too. Well, your meat is allowed to be so many rat part per million
No.
because rats will like fall into this stuff because obviously there's gonna be rats if there's food, right? No matter what. And sometimes they fall in and get ground up and turn into hot dogs and hamburgers, but it's only a little bit. So like, yeah, you can have 1% rat, it's okay. But there was a
So the
book.
former Illinois governor is slamming the current governor for not negotiating with the Bears to try to keep them in the state of Illinois.
It's official. It's official. The Bears are leaving Illinois.
I didn't know it was official. I know that Indiana was trying to lure them there, and they had put things in place, but I don't.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they signed it since last week when we spoke about this. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that they've actually signed the paperwork and they are leaving. And Soldier Field's been there for 50 years. What are they going to do with that now? Let high schools use it?
Tear it
Look,
down.
huh?
Tear it down and put condos up.
It's funny because I brought that up when you were doing something earlier when I was talking about West Virginia with all these data centers. Like, you paved paradise and put up a parking lot, But yeah, man,
There's no final decision that the Bears are relocating as of now.
What's that date though?
Today, I did ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn this was done. Maybe
they're still negotiating. Indiana and Illinois people are still in discussion.
Okay, so maybe they just moved on to the next round of negotiations. My mistake. I've been wrong before.
Because Illinois officials are working on offers and incentives to keep them there too.
Well, they need to give them a ridiculous tax break. It sounds fucking crazy, but Chicago needs the Bears, and you know it, right? Just like they need the Blackhawks, right?
Yeah.
You can't let either team leave because that's bringing a ton of. Who goes to Chicago on vacation?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Not anymore. Nobody.
No, it's not safe. And what is in Chicago to see?
Boot camp.
Boot camp? Great Mistakes, Illinois.
Navy boot camp.
Yeah, that. Oh, it wasn't that long a ride to Chicago, right? Waukegan was closer though, right?
I don't know. I went to Orlando for boot camp.
Oh my God, you're so old, dude. That was that was closed when I signed up. My father went to the same one as you.
I went to the co-ed boot camp.
No, I went to fucking Northern Illinois in November.
Yeah, sounds like a great time.
Oh yeah, hey, remember the USS Buttercup drill?
Yeah, we did it all the time in Orlando.
Yeah, now try it when you're doing battle stations to graduate boot camp. First thing you do is the Buttercup. Got to save the sinking ship. So you're sopping wet and you're out marching and running in 0-degree weather.
Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like
oh my God. And then the man over. At least we got to go inside for the man over or abandoned ship drill.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you had to hook arms, and every other guy got a flotation device.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
No.
Well, no, it does, because then you can see it from overhead too, and only half as many people need a flotation device.
Well, I use my dungarees as a flotation device.
You had dungarees?
I did.
Like actual dungarees, not utilities.
No, I had dungarees back in the day.
How old are you?
I'm fucking old as shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, when I got in,
I'm pushing 60.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, dungarees have been gone for a while when I got in.
No, they weren't gone when I got in.
I'm a little upset the Smurf suit's gone, dude. Because I was seriously going to ask. Actually, I think I did ask you to pick me up a set. And you're like, dude, they stopped making that like 2 years ago. I was like, fuck.
Come on, cat. Go.
Oh man, yeah, but again, no one goes to fucking Chicago. Maybe.
I don't even think the Obama Presidential Library has been fully built yet, so there's no reason to go there for that either.
That would be one reason to go if you're a huge Obama fan. I could see that.
But I think they're having problems building it. Almost they're not having as many problems building that as they are the Biden Presidential Library.
And Trump's is already paid for, right?
Yeah, with lawsuits. Suing
I-
news media.
I loved it because his is going to be done before Obama's because it's already paid for.
And Biden's
It's
never
not-
going to have one because all his donors backed out after he didn't run for re-election, and they realized how much of a flake he was.
And it's funny to listen to a lot of these folks like, well, I
And
never
he's
really
dealing with
liked Biden.
cancer too, so
Yeah, and no, I have nothing against the man himself,
no, I don't
especially
either.
especially his second term I'm sorry, not second term, his term in office as the president. He wasn't there when this was going on. We all know it, right?
He was asleep.
Yes. I mean, when he was VP, I disagreed with him a lot, but I at least respected the man.
He
You know
was
what I
never
mean?
right about anything.
I
His
can't
foreign
think of-
policy beliefs were out of left field.
True. But again, when he was under Obama, that was different too. He didn't seem as far left as Obama on some stuff, but further left on others.
Well, he pushed Obama over to gay marriage, so
He did. And Trump was the first president to take office accepting gay marriage before he took presidency. No one seems to want to talk about that, though, huh?
hell no. That didn't happen.
I like Blaze Media, but I never know when they're going to give me a stupid pop-up. I thought there was a video.
Every
Was that
time.
first? It didn't. Maybe I'm subscribed on my computer and just didn't log in on my. No, it tells me to sign in or subscribe. I got no pop-up this time. Could have sworn
Luck-
there's a video in
lucky
here I
you.
could play. I know. Yep, there is a video. It just they didn't make it a blue hyperlink. It's just the word video underlined. Let's see. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see. There's a commercial
lot of
first. Oh,
Conservatives in particular.
oh, jeez. Let me pause that for a minute and let it buffer a second or two. All right, that ought to do it.
A lot of conservatives in particular would say that the rise in Islamophobia is a result not of hate, but of fear.
Now it's going to go to a commercial?
Oh yeah. So you make sure you watch the commercial.
It did. It went to a commercial within a couple seconds of starting the The guy didn't even finish one sentence.
No.
And of course, the word Islamophobia is in there, so it makes everyone sound terrible, right?
Yeah.
If I rewind it, will it play the commercial again, or will it accept the commercial
Probably.
as already played? I'm gonna try to roll it back anyway and see what happens here. Yeah, I gotta pause it because it wants to automatically play. Unmute again.
A lot of conservatives in particular would say that the rise in Islamophobia is a result not of hate, but of fear, a legitimate fear, they say, of quote-unquote jihadist terrorism, whether it's Fort Hood or San Bernardino or the recent truck attack in New York. What do you say to them?
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. And so if fear was the driving force of policies to keep America safe, Americans safe inside of this country, we should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
A lot of conservatives in particular.
It automatically stopped. I went to pause it and hit play again. This was shortly after 9/11.
Oh, really? Okay. That far back.
Yes. And this was brought up to her in an interview, right? Recently. Yeah. And the reporter asked about it, and she's like, well, that never happened. I never said that. And she played her that exact clip I just shared.
Nice.
And she denied it again. I mean, it was an interview that was published. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that seems to be the policy now. But I just want to point out when you say most crimes are carried out by white men, I just want to say, first of all, most crimes are carried out by men in general, right?
Yeah.
And, or at least, especially violent crimes.
Yep.
But now think, what is it, like 73 or 67% of our country is white? Obviously, there's going to be more white people committing crime. assuming everything's spread out evenly, right?
Right, but it's not.
But it's not. That's the issue.
And they don't care about that.
And this might actually sound racist, even to me, but it's not supposed to be. Brian's leaving, of course. I don't even know if I want to fucking bring up this argument because I want to hear Brian's response to it, but I'm gonna. Think of a ski resort. How many folks have been skiing? All right. You go out skiing and you take off your $1,000 equipment, right? Oh, Brian's back. I'm gonna get close to the start here. What?
I'm back.
All right. I wanted you to hear this comparison.
All right.
I said even I thought could be racist, even though I prefer to leave race out of it and just look at the numbers. And I don't think stats are racist, but this isn't stats. This is just an observation.
All right.
Brian, you've been skiing, right?
I have in the past.
Okay. So you would go out and skiing. Did you own your own gear at any point?
I did.
Okay. May I ask around what decade? Like, no, like 70s or like 2010.
90s.
You know? Okay, 90. Okay. So you were probably dealing with like $1,200 of gear if you had good equipment, like nice equipment, not even good equipment, right?
I don't even know if it was that much, but yeah, I mean, it was at least. It was when on active duty and I had money to buy gear with. So
okay, so then you take off your skis and your poles and put them in their little bike thingy that looks like where you put a bicycle with no locks.
Yeah.
Walk into the lodge, have lunch, hang out for a couple hours, maybe have a beer.
Hope for the
go
best.
back out and your shit was still there.
Yeah.
High trust society. You trust the people not to steal your shit, right?
Right.
All right. Now, Brian. Every time you've been skiing, who has been 99%? What ethnicity has been 99% of the people on that mountain?
Do I have to say it out loud?
See, that's why I said it might sound racist, but it's a valid argument, isn't it? These people trust their shit won't get stolen.
We are the 90% skiing, snowboarding race, the Caucasians.
Shit, I'd say 99%.
Well, the snowboarders have been
you're starting to see more and more black snowboarders, which I like actually. Because
yeah, I do too.
They got into skateboarding. Granted,
and then they switched to snowboarding during the winter.
Yeah, but the issue with skateboarding is that it's a dying industry in the United States. We don't have any companies in the United States anymore. We don't have companies go out and sponsoring skaters. Like one pro skater who just won like a major title in pro skating in the United States fucking works at a Home Depot. Like he doesn't make enough money as a professional skateboarder. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, if you win this, Red Bull will give you $10,000 to like take a picture and go do a quick tour. And it's like, cool. What am I gonna do with the rest of the money I need to pay my fucking mortgage this year? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point about the skiing, right?
Yeah.
You trusted your shit wouldn't get stolen, and it didn't, did it?
No, most of the time, no.
I never had my stuff stolen, and now that I'm like, shit, if no one gives a shit about this, I got, was it snowshoe an hour away? I can just go up there and just steal all their gear and go pawn it all over the freaking state, you know?
I skied at snowshoe.
I have not.
Well, I'm too old now. My knees won't put up with it anymore. So.
Yeah, I haven't skied since before I enlisted.
Yeah, my knees are a problem now, so.
I think I could handle it, but I'm not going to be going down the courses I did in my 20s when I was
No
skiing,
black moguls? No black diamond?
Oh, dude, triple black. I used to go up to Jay Peak regularly because it was up in Vermont. It was only like a 2-hour drive from where I lived.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a triple black diamond course. And it was moguls in a glade. So you're doing the moguls with through the woods. Like, you know, it was a serious. That's why it was triple black diamonds. Like, you might die, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even try something like that. I might not even try to go above a blue square at this point without a lot
blue
of
was my favorite because it, you know, it was, you know, a decent challenge, but it wasn't like Black Diamond Challenge.
See, a single black diamond wasn't that big a deal to me. But again, I started skiing at like 16 and I stopped skiing at like 22. So I mean, I was the idiot who was willing to take the chances of jumping off the fucking cliff and landing on the slope and going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I even bought these cool skis called snow blades, and they were like 1.5 feet long, and they were double tipped. So you could like for terrain parks, you could do
Yeah.
like take off the ramp backwards, do a flip and land backwards. I used to do shit like that, and now I'm like shit. I might be on the fucking green circle with the J bar if I go skiing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Jay Peak, for anyone who's looking for a challenge in skiing, Jay Peak in Vermont is one of the greatest challenges that you're gonna find in New England. And it's in the mountains. It stays cold,
Isn't that where most ski resorts are?
Yes, but I'm just saying it's deep in the mountain range. Just like snowshoe. I don't know if you've noticed when you were here, there was snow everywhere, right?
Yep.
It wasn't enough snow to go skiing, though, was it?
No.
Snowshoe had enough snow to go skiing.
Yeah, because it's in the mountains.
Oh, it was a little higher up than we are because we're sitting at about 4K feet, about 4,000 feet. No. Yeah. Maybe 5. No, I think 4 because at 5, I would have said it's close to a
Snowshoe's
mile.
higher than that.
4,000 feet above sea level. I
But
got
snowshoe
water.
is also weird in the fact that most resorts you have to drive all the way up to the top for the lodges, but the lodges at snowshoe are at the bottom of the mountain.
Interesting. When I've gone skiing, I always did a ski in, ski out ticket. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the room you rented because you'd say the long weekend. The room you rented was on the side of the mountain,
Hmm.
and you would come down from the chairlift and ski into where you were staying for the night. And then when you got up in the morning, you put your skis on and ski back down to the ski lift again.
Snowshoe's different than that.
Oh yeah, again, that was New England. They run things different, especially J Peak. Oh my God, I had so much fun there. And there's another really good one out there, and I can't remember it. Never go to Wachusett Mountain though, dude. It would be better for fucking tubing down the mountain than skiing. All right. Anyway, what's going on in the world? What the fuck is going on in Mexico, dude?
We killed a cartel person.
We?
No, well, I'm sure we provided intelligence.
Mexico carried out this friggin' assassination, essentially.
Yeah.
They captured him and then killed him.
So what's your elevation there?
I think it's about 4,000 feet.
I
think.
got bad news for you. The village elevation of Snowshoe is only 48. 48.
Okay, so it's about 800 feet higher than me.
Their the summit elevation is 48. Base elevation is 3348. Vertical draw is 1,500.
Okay.
It's one of the largest highly incorporated communities east of the Mississippi.
There you go. It's a very high mountain in the Appalachian Range, and I believe Jay Peak is also Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
It's just the high one.
It goes all the way up the coast. So
yeah, well, all the way into Scotland. It goes right through the Atlantic Ocean. Fucking nuts. It's the same mountain range in Scotland. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, we gave intel to Mexico. Mexico sent in Army National Guard. I want to say something like 25 National Guardsmen were killed. They captured El Mencho and then killed him. And the cartels are in uproar. I don't know if it's in protest of what happened or if it's all of the cartels trying to decide who's going to be in power. But I mean, this burned out cars in like Cozumel. The streets are blocked off in Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the crazy thing, dude, is now these libs in Mexico are screaming Trump come save them. And it's like, you told us not to get involved in this shit, you know? And now you're demanding. And here's the problem, though, dude. These people are trapped there.
Yeah.
Most countries, believe it or not, will actually pay a ransom. Believe they actually will. I think France will pay up to like $4 million per person. United States refuses to negotiate with terrorists since Jefferson, right?
Yeah.
What do we do instead?
We go attack them.
Yeah, we send in a fucking spec op team with helicopters and rescue our people, and anyone who tries to stop that from happening gets killed. But Captain Phillips, right?
I love that movie.
That was a real thing, you know.
I know it was. I still love the movie.
Yeah, I'm the captain now. Actually, I didn't even see the movie. I just read that story so many times. I was like, I can't believe these fucking Navy SEALs took synchronized shots off of a ship that was, wobbling in the ocean at another ship that was wobbling in the ocean, and they all hit the target exactly right. I was like, these guys are professional,
Oh, yeah.
It's terrifying. And that's the issue. It's terrifying. This is what we're going to send it into Mexico if we don't get our citizens back.
Yeah.
With or without Mexico's permission, and you know that.
Yep.
Repeat offender.
Oh, he made an appearance.
How are we?
Finally got off of work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate, yeah.
How much you guys hearing about what's going on in Mexico way down under?
Mate, fair bit. I think you're right on the fact that you don't go in, you don't pay no ransom. These people, they want more than ransom, mate. They want their own way.
Yeah.
There's only one way to deal with them, with extreme prejudice.
Exactly. Extreme prejudice. And this guy they took down was the fentanyl kingpin in Mexico.
He was one of the big boys, mate.
And you know what? I got a feeling the reason why Mexico executed him on site instead of capturing him is because of what happened with El Chapo. How many times did he escape even from an American prison?
Several.
Yeah. Like, because the cartel will come get him out. And it's like, nope, pop. Grant, we would say we won't do that. But I got a feeling we didn't even try to capture bin Laden.
You put him in prison, you didn't create targets. You create areas for him to go and attack. That's all you're doing.
Well, I mean, you can execute him after a trial, but you still give him a chance to be freed before that happens. And exactly, you keep him in prison for 20, 40 years. Now, you martyrize the man.
Move him around so no one knows where he is. He'd be moving every 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the way to do it, is keep moving them. But I mean, that's the thing is with this terrorism, you don't necessarily need to go rescue the man. You just keep blowing shit up and say, we're going to keep doing it until we get what we want. Release this man or we're going to blow up the police station next,
The bottom line is, mate, they just want to sell their drugs. They want to sell drugs and you've got to cut the bloody serpent's head off, mate.
Exactly. And you're right. They just want to sell their drugs. And we have a whole bunch of rich, fucking worthless Americans that have no idea what to do with their lives. So they blow everything on worthless garbage. Don't get me wrong. Smoking some pot or even some cocaine once in a while.
Fuck. Even if
even if you want some heroin once a year for a particular party, I'm not going to judge you. But once you've decided this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to be an addict versus I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
It becomes a real issue because now it's not just yourself that you're hurting. You might hurt other people because of your drug-induced freaking delusions, And how many Americans died in this fentanyl crisis?
Millions.
Yeah, and no one seemed to want to do shit about it until Trump took office for the second term. And what can't remember her name, the Jewish woman who's the president of Mexico.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember being shocked that you didn't have to be Mexican to be president of Mexico. For some reason, I thought you did. And yes, they have a president, but yeah, she didn't want Trump coming and doing it with the American forces, but she said she would handle it. And kudos on her. They did something. It hasn't worked out awesome yet, but what did you expect by taking on the fucking drug cartel in Mexico, right?
Are you ready for this? I've got your fentanyl overdoses for Americans.
Oh, yeah?
In 2023, there was 72,776 Americans that died from overdose involving fentanyl.
Jeez. Wasn't George Floyd on fentanyl and crack?
Yep.
Yeah, they called it a speedball or something like that.
Yeah.
And we don't have to talk.
He had enough.
Yeah, enough to kill a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
But that's not the conversation today. We've already had this conversation several times. But okay. Cuba Coast Guard did something. And I've heard conflicting stories. At first I heard they approached a vessel, a speedboat in territorial waters of I'm gonna say Cuba from now on because I'm not freaking Hispanic. In the territorial waters of Cuba, and they went to go out and say, like, who are you? What are you doing here? And allegedly got fired upon.
Fired upon, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then fired back, which I understand.
Yeah.
But now I heard they were all American citizens, but now I've heard that only 2 people on that boat were American citizens. Now I'm wondering, one, I don't trust Cuba as a word, period. But were these people possibly smuggling people out of Cuba? Because I don't know if you know, we have this policy in the United States about people coming from Cuba. If you can get out of Cuba into the United States, we will let you stay. We've had this policy for a very long time, since the embargo began. Well, I think that was Kennedy, the wet feet, dry feet policy, Brian.
Yeah.
That's what I think is possibly what happened here was these people were trying to smuggle Cubans out of Cuba into the United States. It's
maybe
what shocks me in
drugs. This whole reporting was that we actually still have an embassy in Cuba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even after they, sound waved our embassy staff and people are like permanently disabled from it.
Yeah, we've come a long way with that tech, haven't we?
Yep.
But yeah, I'm curious. We're never gonna find out what happened here. What happened here? It could have been drugs. It could have been a couple fucking guys drunk, went out in the middle of the ocean or went out into the ocean to fire automatic rifles because who are you gonna hurt? Then all of a sudden the Coast Guard shows up and they freak out.
Yeah,
could have been, but like I said earlier, one story I heard was that only 2 of these guys were actually American citizens.
Okay.
So
and I heard that the commander of the Cuban ship boat
was shot.
Yeah, he was injured.
Yeah, not killed though.
No.
And how many people on the American boat? It was 4 dead, 6 wounded.
Yeah.
And it was registered in Florida, I believe. They even put out the home number.
Yeah, Florida. And then in other news, Pakistan has declared open war against Afghanistan. And
again?
Well, Pakistan thought when the Taliban took over that there'd be a little bit of peace in the region, and it's been the opposite. So they've been launching strikes on Kabul.
Quick question. Does Afghanistan realize that Pakistan is nuclearly armed?
I'm sure they do.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if you're Afghanistan, do you trust Pakistan not to nuke you?
No.
It's especially if you're saying we'll go to a, especially if you're saying we're coming here to eradicate you. Like that's the time you're supposed to use nukes. Is right before your country's destroyed, right?
Okay, let's go back to reality here. How would the world change if Afghanistan was actually nuked?
Yeah.
I think it'd be better in the long run.
I don't know if it would be better,
It's gonna be more
but I
fair.
can't. You know what? Now, one thing we're all gonna miss:
No.
Afghans.
I mean, the CIA may miss their poppy fields.
No, 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 no. I don't mean Afghans like the people. I mean like the blankets.
I don't get an Afghan blanket. I get my blankets from Mexico.
No, 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 no. They're not. We don't make them in Afghanistan anymore. That's where they came from. It's a certain kind of knit blanket. It's called an Afghan.
Okay.
You've never seriously? Probably you probably have a couple and just never heard that term.
Probably.
I know anyone from New England listening right now is like, I got one on my legs right now. Oh, very warm, very comfortable. But yeah, I can't think of anything out of Afghanistan.
Opium.
Yeah, besides
Yeah.
opium. I mean, I'm trying to think of anything. They don't produce anything, do they?
Opium.
I mean, great. Yeah, opium for the people. I mean, I'm sure they have minerals that are being mined, right?
I don't think they got that much there, mate, to be honest with you. It's all mountainous region. It's just going to be fucking, it's going to be warfare on the mountains, mate, using US bloody hardware.
Well, this is the same
all
argument.
the hardware was left behind.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was an issue. I can't believe we didn't at least fucking blow it up, right?
Or fly it.
They've got wheat.
Bomb it.
Their major economy is wheat, fruits, which is pomegranates, grapes, apricots, raisins, nuts, almonds, pistachios, walnuts.
Hold on. Raisins?
Yep.
Did you say raisins?
I said raisins.
You don't grow raisins.
Whatever. Saffron.
No, but raisins are dehydrated grapes.
Okay,
like
well,
you don't grow
this is
prunes.
ChatGPT. So, saffron, which is a big major export, cotton, and then opium, their major global impact. They're the world's largest producer of opium.
And you know what? I have no issue with opium growing wild.
And here we go. Here's our minerals and natural resources. Opium's not growing in the wild in Afghanistan. It's being planted and harvested. Sorry to bust your bubble there.
I have no idea where opium grows, honestly, but it grows
the CIA is doing it. They're the ones protecting the crops.
Oh my God, you wasn't too much to fucking No Agenda show, dude.
Anyway, and
fucking spooks in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan is doing lithium, copper, iron ore, gold, rare earth elements, coal, and natural gas.
That's what I was thinking. The mountains, there's got to be rare earth minerals in there, right?
Yeah.
Natural gas, that makes sense. But I mean, we're not buying. We might be buying natural gas from them. I don't know, but it's not what we always hear about.
We're not buying natural gas from them, but they're selling it to other countries. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I can't think of much that would change in general.
Lithium
for most people on the planet. And that was an argument that was brought up way back with the whole looking for Bin Laden thing, and everyone was fighting back. And they're like, "We're just turning into a giant pane of glass. Who on the planet will care?" You know. All right. It's funny. I came across this article too, and I wasn't going to share it. Then Guapo shared one, like an update of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I'd share it.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Yeah, some mother of 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you
you're
close
right.
4 and
I did.
Right. Yeah, you closed it early, didn't you? I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had that much more to go. That's all right.
Let's go over the woman first and go back.
All right, sure. 24 years ago, this mother of 3 vanished. They, obviously dead at this point, right? And she pops up in North Carolina or wherever she turned up. Maybe she was from North Carolina. And she's claiming that her husband was abusive but there was never a single report filed, which doesn't mean it didn't happen.
No.
But
she abandoned kids.
She abandoned her 3 children.
So she's
with an
being
abusive
arrested
man.
for child neglect.
Yeah. Oh, she got arrested?
Yeah, she got arrested.
Good. Because if you're saying that my children, my husband is so violent, and then you leave your 3 children behind with him.
No. You got to prove it in court that that wasn't the case.
And that was her argument, was that I was getting, my husband was abusive.
Yeah.
So I left. I was like, okay, if you don't have any children, I can accept that. If you have children, you at least have to take your fucking kids with you, or else the kids are going to take all the abuse that you were going to get. And it's going to be even worse now because he's pissed off that you took off.
Yep.
Terrible human being.
Definitely.
Anyway.
Right. Back to foreign.
Yeah. Keir Starmer. I still love this guy's name. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like Kirst Armor instead of Keir Starmer.
Yeah, they're blocking Trump from using any UK bases to launch a potential Iran strike. I don't think we actually need UK bases to do it. We pretty much deployed out of Langley all the F-22s.
How are you going to get them all the way to Iran?
They're in Israel.
Okay, well, Israel will work. But here's the thing. British. What the fuck does British mean?
UK.
Why doesn't it say UK then? How am I supposed to know what the hell means what? This is what drives me nuts about your fucking government repeat offender. Is Britain a country?
He tried to explain it to you millions of times. The problem is,
I know.
By the time he starts explaining it to you on the show, you're wasted. So you don't remember for the next show.
No, but British and UK, pick one or the other. Like, who did the United States revolt against? I thought it was Great Britain. Is that actually a country? Or is it part of the UK?
England.
What the fuck is it?
It's all part of the UK.
England.
So why didn't we just call it? England is a country, though.
You revolted against England.
Great Britain, the English king. It was King George III, I believe.
Sounds great.
You guys have a crazy government system, and it seems to work for you well enough, but you never seem to make progress.
United Kingdom is Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. That's the United Kingdom.
Okay. Okay. So is the United Kingdom the same thing as Great Britain?
No, Great Britain's Wales, Scotland.
It's a different part of the United Kingdom.
Because we fought British oppression.
British repression is Scotland, Wales, and England. That's Britain.
Jesus Christ.
United Kingdom thrown in Northern Ireland. That's the United Kingdom. And now
do these governments work differently, or is this just like names you have for them?
No, well, it all comes under the English crown, right? And it works its way down like that. Then you got English Parliament, and Scotland has got a minister. Wales got a minister. They're called the First Minister. Like, we've got a Prime Minister. You know what I mean? They're called the First because they haven't got autonomy of their own government.
Oh my God! Then why bother having it?
That's how it runs.
Well, just like the congressional representative from Puerto Rico. Like, why have them there? They're not allowed to cast a vote.
Because you still have a country like a country still autonomy. You still have semi-autonomy.
Semi-autonomy. Yeah, so it sounds like it's supposed to be the idea that the United States adopted from the ancient Greeks with their city-state system. Individual governments that come together for a common defense.
Well, I could be here all afternoon, but I'll confuse you even more. It's like Australia. We've got our own. We call our governors. We call them premiers, right?
Yeah.
State, right? We've got 2 territories.
They do in Canada too, right?
States, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I remember the crack smoking premier or
Trudeau.
Yeah. No. There was a governor or premier or whatever in Canada that was caught smoking crack more than once. And we talked about it on the show.
Yeah, Alberta or something, wasn't he? No, not Alberta.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember it was like the dude was busting smoking crack and they got reelected.
He looked like that guy Ferrari, the cook, Ferrero.
He did. Oh my god.
He looked like Whataburger a lot more than him.
It just drives me nuts because like they say UK, then I hear Britain and English and Commonwealth.
Well,
Commonwealth, I understand it's the whole thing.
Well, they say British because they can't include Ireland because Ireland is different. Northern Ireland is part of Britain or the UK, but the rest of Ireland isn't. So that's why they can't say from UK. They can't.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing conflict for several hundred years, right?
They can't include Southern Ireland.
Are they still fighting, or is that finally over?
No, that's over, but that's why they can't say.
That was in my lifetime.
Oh, mate, that was a deadly war. That was
yeah, the IRA.
Yeah.
There's a couple of YouTube songs about it.
About the YouTube songs? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
Zombie by the Cranberries was about the freaking war in Ireland. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns
I
in
like
your
that
head.
song.
Oh, it's a great song, but it was about the Irish Revolution that had been going on for like 400 years.
Big Fella, Black 47. They found the song Big Fella about Michael Collins.
Yeah, never been to Ireland. I'd like to get there someday.
Oh, I've been there, mate. It's beautiful.
I'd love to see the Moss Bridges, but it's a long trip to go to Ireland.
Well worth it.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but there's tons of the world to see. You know, like I'd love to see the Colosseum.
I've seen it.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure it's just as I shouldn't say just as disappointing. I'm sure it's disappointing because in your head, it's never going to live up to what was in your head. You know what I mean? Just like Plymouth
It was
Rock.
pretty impressive. I don't know if that was one of the disappointing things. You know, I did a lot of stuff in Rome, and I'm glad I did it when I did it. You know, I made it into the Sistine Chapel and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
I found the Irish pub in Rome. Always a good thing to find the Irish pub.
Yeah, well, there's one everywhere in the country. There's only like 2 million Irish, but there's a bar on every fucking street corner that's Irish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to do Rome, but I did go to Israel several times.
I don't want to talk about that. I hate you for that.
Well, because you didn't get to go to Israel?
Exactly. I'd rather go. I would have liked to go to Israel once, you know.
Oh man, I got to touch the tomb of the Virgin with my bare hand.
Nice.
I saw the Wailing Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, dude. I did not get up to Golgotha. I really wanted to see where the crucifixion happened, but I didn't get a chance. Didn't get a chance, which was my own damn. I'm talking about Jesus, and I say my own damn fault. Right? It was my own fault because I could have. I was in Israel enough times. I had a chance to get there. But actually, I say that. But did the Romans crucify him in Israel or in Rome?
In Israel.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Golgotha, the place at the skull, right?
In Jerusalem, I believe.
Well, that's even worse because I was in Jerusalem and I went to Bethlehem and what's the Tel Aviv too?
Yeah, he was never in Tel Aviv.
No, Tel Aviv though, dude. Oh my God.
That's where all the parties are at.
Yeah, it was the metropolitan capital and they loved your American dollars.
Yeah.
And it was even better because you always recognize active duty army in Israel.
Uh-huh.
Because they always had a rifle slung across their shoulder.
But you are an army.
No, and I'm not Israeli. No, the Israeli army, even when they're not at work, have to have their rifle on them in case shit happens.
Well, that's how it was when I was in Bosnia. somebody in the group always had to have a rifle, and everybody else had their pistols on them at all times.
But yeah,
That was in Sarajevo.
Yeah, we'd be going through Israel, like checking stuff out, like, oh, let's go hit this bar in Tel Aviv. And you go into the bar and you're like, 7 white dudes and 3 white women and a black woman walk in, right?
All right. They all got guns.
No. These are the Americans that walk in.
Oh, okay.
And then the Israelis, kind of look at you and you see the 3 people with rifles, automatic rifles. And half the time they would walk up to you and talk to you because they knew that there was a U.S. Navy ship in port.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh, these must be the sailors, right?
Yeah.
And like, oh, yeah, and it was crazy. And they told us the whole. It was just cool. It was cool.
That's
it was
awesome.
A ton of fun. I'd love to go back, but I don't think I'm gonna be in Israel for a while.
Well, it's a lot easier when you're active duty.
Yeah, I had a freaking United States cruiser to save my ass. Shit go wrong,
Yeah. That's the one thing I miss about active duty is the travel.
Well, that was the best part of the Navy. Like, isn't that the argument? People always say, like, if I wanted to see the world, I would have joined the Navy.
Yep. I'm glad I joined the Navy.
Yeah, man. I circumnavigated the planet, dude.
I did 2 Westpacks, 2 Med cruises. Definitely preferred the Westpacks over the Med cruises, but it's still a good time.
Well, you did a Med cruise and didn't go to Israel?
Nope.
Jeez. I did a world tour from Bremerton to Norfolk.
Oh, Bremerton, the good old Bremelows.
Yeah, Bremerton, Washington, and Norfolk, Virginia.
I was in Bremerton for the shipyard.
Probably the same ship.
Carl Vinson.
Yeah, the same ship I rode from Bremerton back to Norfolk where I met you.
Yep.
It was crazy. We had been friends for years before that even came up.
I know.
We were on the same ship.
I don't know how we became friends, in Norfolk.
It was Sean.
Damn him.
I got in touch with Sean because his brother told me that he was in the Norfolk area.
He was on the Nassau.
Yeah, and more than once we went and had beers, and one day he's like, "Hey, I got a buddy. Is it cool if he comes?" Like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And dude, that since then neither one of us talks to Sean anymore, right?
I talk to Sean more. I don't talk to
Sean
every once in a while. Yeah.
Basically, you get a message to say, "Hey, I'm still alive," right?
Yeah. And I told him I was moving to Michigan, and he was like, "Why?" And I told him, and he's like, "Okay, that makes sense, But I'm like, I talk to you more than I talk to Sean, so.
Oh, we do this every week.
Yeah.
And the repeat offender's gone already.
I thought he was coming back.
Maybe he was. Maybe I missed it.
I don't know. Let me text him. Let me send him a Facebook.
All right.
It doesn't matter. We're almost done.
Well, I know, but this is something that we actually brought up last week. The Prince Andrew thing.
Yeah.
He lost his title, and I was like, he's out of the. He can't be king, and you guys explained to me that I was wrong.
No, yeah, he was because he was still 8th in succession, and they took that away from him now too.
Yeah, now they're talking about taking away his line of succession too. You would think you would take that away before the title.
Yeah, you would.
If you could still be king, maybe we should let you be a prince. And Winchester, right? Is the royal lineage right now?
I don't know. I don't care.
I'm
only moderately interested in the fucking British royalty. This would have been a great thing if
you still here.
Ron was still on here. He could explain it all to us, But it's intriguing, but not super intriguing.
It's interesting, but you just go, this sounds so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you, so at this point in world history, how are we ever going to replace the lineage of the king of the Commonwealth? You can't, right?
No.
It's not, there's no vote. And if you take up arms to revolt, you'll be squashed by the rest of NATO, basically, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or do we stand by and watch the royal line get killed and someone else claim king, or say, fuck it, there's no more king?
That's not going to happen.
You don't think so? You don't? Oh, here he is. You don't think if
Is he
someone
back?
actually? Yeah, well, I just admitted him back in.
All right.
And this explains to me. But when you said you never look at the actual meeting, that explains why I'm always the one accepting people into the room. Which,
I accept people into the room all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying you sent it out expecting it to come back. You know what I mean?
The wife called and he had to deal with that. So, priorities.
Oh yeah, it is. And I clicked admit, but usually they're in by now.
I admitted them after you admitted them.
All right. But yeah, they're talking about removing him from the line of succession. Did it happen, or is it still just in?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, exactly. It's curious, but there's no way he's ever going to be king, right?
No, he's eighth in line. There's like 7 other people that got to die before. Oh,
and by all of them die, he'll be dead. Oh, there's 2 people waiting. Oh, he's trying.
How many Rons are coming in? This
all
could
of
get
them.
ugly. All the Rons are trying to get in.
Hey, you there?
We got a Ron.
He muted himself already.
Sorry, lads, missed his call.
Oh my God, he took his clothes off.
Yeah, all right, we're getting naked in Australia.
That's what it was. He looks like
We got another Ron joining on the podcast too. We're just waiting for him to show up.
Sorry, guys, just missed me. I told her one day, and it had to be while I was on the phone with you guys.
Okay.
We
want you to explain the succession plan for what's his fit King Andrew. I think that's his name.
No longer Prince Andrew. Might have just lost his line in succession. We talked about this last week.
No, he has. What's got to happen is all countries have acknowledged the right to the English. It's got to go before the English Parliament, and it's to be ratified by the King.
You think you would lose your line of succession before you lost your royal title?
Yeah,
and that can't happen, mate. It's still blood.
Yeah, but yes, but you can say you have been to take away. How do you become king through lineage? Well, through lineage, if you're not a prince.
Well, what's this?
Your home internet sucks.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Get closer to the Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, sit right next to it. Physically plug your phone into it.
Am I right now?
That's much better.
Much better.
What was right? The Queen is
and it's underwater again.
Sorry. Can you
it's not your fault, dude. You don't control the signal.
Oh, we've had heaps of bad around here, mate.
And you are halfway around the world, so
but it's traveling at light speed.
When he had it right, the Queen had no brothers, so she be Queen. So so he become king.
Yep.
Andrew, before that was King Charles and Prince Andrew. Andrew was line. Prince comes, so he's going down the lineage now. So he's still or he's 8. But what's got to happen is the Commonwealth got a right to the English, and so they do not want on the succession. It's got to be voted on in these parliament.
We got to buy you a Starlink setup.
I got my Starlink getting hooked up on Monday.
I didn't realize it went commercial, but maybe we need to hook him up with some Starlink to do this. Hey, everyone who wants to hear the Australian guy tell us how freaking Commonwealth government works. Donate some money so we can get him a sweet internet connection, right? He'll be able to live stream porn and not have to wait while it buffers, all right?
And I'll drink the Fosters out of my fridge.
No, he's drinking Fosters again.
He hated Fosters.
He does. He's only doing for the show.
I'll take the show, mate. If you're Starling, I won't drink to you. I'll drink just for the day. just can that ratified.
See,
Anyway, what's going on is once it's through the English Parliament, it goes to the King. The King's got to say, if he says yes.
I can't hear you well enough to understand, man. These words are breaking up too often.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you sound like a Verizon commercial.
Because he is a Verizon commercial. We're just not getting paid as a sponsor of Verizon. We got a little bit of Verizon money.
Starlink, hey, come on. Once it goes through this parliament, it goes to King Charles. Charles, yes, he's off the secession. That's him. He's gone. He's open all of us.
Yeah, he's not going to succeed. He's never going to be king. It's not. There's too many people to go through to get there.
Well, Prince William now, he's got his 2 sons.
Oh, they're talking about William losing his title now too.
Why?
No.
William's the one that I thought he was the one who married Meghan Markle. Or did that already happen?
That already happened. That's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't care. They've already.
That's it. There's so much of this stuff. It's just and the funny thing is, white women in the 90s loved following this crap, especially with Diana.
Oh,
and by the way, wasn't it King Charles's wife that died in that car accident?
Prince Charles.
Well, he's king now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a new wife.
She's probably younger.
No, she's older.
Well,
she's older than Charlie.
Now, is it Winchester? Is the name Winsome?
No, Windsor.
Windsor. Okay. Now, is it possible to replace the bloodline of the king short of a revolution?
No.
So if
I'm not even a UK citizen, and I know that answer.
No, I'm just saying there's no policy put in place to remove the royal bloodline.
No.
So okay. So if you wanted to remove the king, you would have to do this old school, right?
Yep. Kill him.
Yep.
Now, what would happen? What do you think would happen if a force showed up, powerful force, strong enough to overtake Jesus Christ, what's the name of that palace?
Buckingham?
Buckingham. Overtake it or whatever. Kill the king and declare themselves king. What do you think would happen?
All people.
Can't hear a word. Yeah, I'm not getting any of that, dude. I'm just curious if they would actually accept this person as king, or if they would just say there's no such thing as a king anymore.
No.
The way that monarchy works, they just accept the next person up, whether it's 30
but it's also
down or what, you know.
But what the people do matters too. If the people don't acknowledge
People
the
don't
authority of
care.
the king doesn't exist. Yeah, and that's what I think is. I think genuinely,
they're apathetic.
I think if it came down to the king being killed and someone else declaring themselves king, I think the people would say, "Who gives a shit? I don't care if the fuck about royalty. It's gone. We're going right to our own other government here that works."
I don't agree with you.
No.
Do you think someone would actually be king?
Yeah.
Every country would go to war with people.
So you'd have
New Zealand.
Over. Okay. It just seems crazy to me. And I
it
know
is crazy.
Everyone says, oh, it's just a figurehead. That's not true. They have actual authority and power.
They don't have a lot of authority and power.
But it's very powerful when it's flexed, right?
Yeah.
And to give that authority to one person, and shit, all of the entire Commonwealth has to go to war if any of them do, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like a NATO agreement. And that's even it seems nuts to give all that authority to one person. when they do very little typically in their lifetimes. But if it comes to either overturning a government within their own system, which they can do, or going to war, like that's the most power a government can flex, and you give it to one person.
Okay.
That just seems insane to me.
It'll become an industrial world.
Yeah, not understand.
It'll be NATO issues.
Nothing.
But it will become a so situation as well.
So you think that you think there would actually be a civil war over over someone trying to take over the throne?
Yeah, I believe that too. I agree with him on that.
I think it's entirely possible that the parliament calls up NATO and says, we need help. And then they eradicate the entire thing and throw away the monarchy forever. No, I think that's a very real possibility.
No, it's not. You're delusional.
You got throughout your
I don't think the parliament of the UK gives a shit enough about a king that they, you know what I mean, that they would go to war over it with their own people.
I
think they would just throw the entire thing in the fucking garbage.
Always got monarchy. So you got a monarchy.
But you don't. What? Yeah, you're breaking up real bad, dude.
Same monkeys. Keep that. I'll be back.
I think he just took off as Brian just took off too.
I'm not. I'm still here.
Oh, all right.
That was the worst connection ever.
It really was. I just don't understand why they would hold on to a monarchy if they had. This is a real opportunity to get rid of it.
They're not going to get rid of it. They're too used to it.
That's what I'm saying is they wouldn't do it on their own. But should something like this happen, that would be an opportunity to abandon the monarchy.
Not going to happen.
Okay.
Just saying.
So we're going to have we're going to have Canadian citizens protesting the United States against kings while they have a king. And there goes Brian. All right. Well, Iran and the United States are having talks about nuclear weapons still. They moved them to Vienna from Geneva, which, Brian.
Yes.
Is Vienna France?
No, Vienna is not France. I think it's its own country, isn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a city, but anyway, it moved out of Geneva to finish these nuclear talks. I don't think they're going anywhere, especially because Trump is telling people, even in American citizens, even in Israel, get the fuck out. We're about to blow up Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess his signal sucked so bad he had to leave again. For real, though, anyone who wants to hear the Australian guy tell us how the American government works, donate $1. We'll donate it.
It's the capital of Austria.
Austria?
Austria.
Why did the fuck did I think France? All right.
He left too?
What's that?
He got kicked out.
He didn't get kicked out. I think he left because he just was.
That internet connection was horrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyone who wants to hear the Aussie tell us about how our government works in the United States.
We never got a chance to circle back to the State of the Union, so it sucks.
I didn't even realize we skipped that.
No, we did. We covered it before he got here, and we wanted his opinion on it.
That's a good point.
Because he's more in tune with American politics than most Americans.
It's very true. But yeah, I got a feeling these nuclear talks with Iran are going to go nowhere. These guys have said several times, we don't care. We're just going to build it back again.
They got to get a little bit scared. We got so many aircraft over there, Air Force, Navy. I
It's
know
funny,
we're building up a huge armada over there. They're gonna have to like cave or be destroyed.
It's funny because I mentioned that to the wife the other day. I was like, we just sent a freaking second Navy strike group over near Iran.
There are 22 F-22s in Israel right now.
But you know what she says to me, okay, what does a strike group mean? And I explained, it's the entire group of ships around the carrier. And I was like, do you have any idea that we just brought 2 air forces with us? And she laughed. She laughed at me. I was like, what? She goes, 2 air forces? What? Each 2 ships? You had 50 jets? And I was like, you're out of your mind.
It's not just the jets, it's the cruisers and the destroyers with you too.
Well, no, but we were just talking about when I said brought the Air Force.
Okay.
She has no idea how many jets you can fit in a United States aircraft carrier if you actually want to pack that thing.
Yeah.
Because now we can fold the wings up and you can fit twice as many aircraft in, right?
Yep.
How many? There's more than 25 jets on a carrier, aren't there?
Oh, hell yeah.
Especially if you're going out to go to war and attack. You load up the hangar bay, then you put as many on the flight deck as you can, right?
Yep.
All right. Wait, oh, here we go. The ambassador to Israel told the entire staff, like, if you want to go home, you should do it now.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling this has a lot to do with what's about to happen in Iran, too. But are we going to blow up? Have they even started building another nuclear facility, or are they still trying to dig up the old one?
Who?
Iran.
Nobody knows.
Well, then what the fuck are we going to blow up then?
Iran.
Just drop bombs randomly throughout the country and see where they land?
We're going to blow up their supreme allied headquarters and all the military assets.
To wipe out the military and show them there's nothing you can do to stop us.
Mm-hmm.
That seems pretty fucked up. But at the same time, Iran knows that and they could just choose not to do this, but that's what they're going to do anyway, right?
Yep.
I really need to pee, but
all right.
This coming up, this TSA, FAA thing.
Yeah.
I heard it was an accident, like an accidental discharge, but you'll get there when you get there.
All right. So we got the Department of Homeland Security shutdown is impacting the TSA operations. And the White House is trying to pressure the Senate Democrats to open up DHS, but the Democrats don't want to do that because they're trying to force changes with ICE.
How's that, lads? Any better?
Oh, much better.
Good.
So, did you watch the State of the Union?
I certainly did.
I knew you did. You watched. I didn't, but I knew you would. And what was your opinion of the State of the Union address?
Mate, I thought the Democrats made a complete mockery of their own party. I think if there was nails to be put in it, they'd put it in there. I think Trump, he over-exaggerated.
That's a great connection.
Yeah, much better, yeah.
I think President Trump over-exaggerated on a few things, but I'll tell you what.
Oh, my God.
Where he wanted
State of the Union. I moved to the State of the Union.
I know, but I'm sorry. He said over-exaggerated, and I want to reach through my monitor and slap you in the face. Because exaggeration is to overstate.
Okay.
I thought he did on a couple of things, but I think he did what he wanted to do, and that was to show the American people what the Democrats are all about. And I think he did that very effectively. He used their own tactics to make themselves look foolish.
Like he asked everybody to stand up for Americans and not illegals.
Oh, not only that as well too. Like he also turned around. Sorry, mate. He turned about women and how they protect women and do all that. And he mentioned that young Ukrainian girl that got stabbed. They didn't even stand for her.
And it wasn't.
He gave a Purple Heart to a West Virginia guardsman.
It wasn't a bunch of people wearing the Ukrainian flag under the American flag.
Oh,
had little lapel pins on.
Yeah, mate. And Al Green, what an absolute joke.
Oh my God, fuck him. First, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, had to interrupt. Al Green, as soon as you said his name, I got pissed off.
He planned on getting kicked out of the State of the Union.
Yes, but the thing is, his sign says like black people aren't apes or something like that.
Yeah, because they were trying to bring up the Trump thing where the Trump meme that he came out where.
Yes, I understand that. Do you understand all humans are great apes?
No,
that's our fucking species.
As a Christian, I don't believe that.
Sure you do. You could have genes close to something to be categorized the same.
Right.
We break things down based on DNA, and humans are great apes, similar to gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans. We just happen to be the alpha.
The best meme was similar DNA. The best meme was seen come from that. It's got
but I was like, you are apes, though. That's the problem. So aren't I.
The best meme was seen come from that. It's Al Green holding up that sign. It's got, I'm not an ape. I'm a Neanderthal.
Yeah. Oh my God. Neanderthal. That gets me too. When Elizabeth Warren claimed she was native, and she's like, "Oh, I'm Abenaki. I was told because I have high cheekbones." Okay, way to be racist about what your heritage is, right?
She used to be your senator.
More than once, actually. But then it turns out her native heritage was less than the average human was Neanderthal.
Well, I think Trump brought it home when he was going on, like we were talking about, and he asked them to stand, they wouldn't stand up. And straight after, he hit them up straight away with the Save America Act. And that was a home run. That was a home run. People can see that the Democratic Party are looking after the American people, and to protect the American people, we've got to push the Save Act. It was masterfully done.
Yeah. And that's something we definitely talked about. He's like, Kamala Harris said 40% of Americans don't have a birth certificate. And it's like, so call the county you were born in and ask for a copy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they'll ship it to you for like shipping costs, you know?
Well, you know, it really wrote at home when they were bringing up about the next day about Mamdani. You can come and shovel snow in bloody New York.
We brought that up too. Yep, but you need to bring ID. Yeah, why do you need ID to shovel snow?
But you know what a lot of people are doing? Signing up and going home. They're showing ID and pissing off home.
Oh my God. It baffles me that they're claiming that people aren't bright enough, or are they claiming people can't come up with a couple bucks to get their documents in order? I don't know which one they're claiming. Are they too dumb to figure out how to do it, or they're too poor to be able to do it?
Let's show a picture of Gary Cook and say that he's one of them.
Yeah, I don't know I don't have my birth certificate. I don't know how to get it. Well, you're a fucking idiot then.
What about when he said, I can't read? And he called that guy with his book. He goes, I read your book a couple of hours.
Yeah, it's like you're governor. And you're admitting this stuff, and you're going to try to run for president, and you're saying you don't know how to get a copy of your birth certificate, you know?
Let's see, that's brutal.
If that becomes president of this country, you guys are all fucked.
The world is
Luckily, I live out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. I can shoot my dinner and grow my dinner.
Yeah.
Even Australia, you fucking guys are gonna be boned, except for you dudes that live way out in the nowhere.
We never kill mate and look after our own air. Don't worry about that. I just get that one thing out the King Blood real quickly. What I want to say, if anyone to do that thing, all countries move about a NATO issue. NATO would have to support England, which is by the monarchy. So it never happened, mate.
I don't think NATO would get involved in a civil conflict.
They'd have to. It could be
I don't think so. I don't think so, because then why the fuck isn't NATO here handling what's going on? These people revolting against ICE and blowing shit up.
Because they're not invited in.
Invited versus obligated. The rest of these countries would say, fuck you, I don't care. They're not obligated to go handle a domestic dispute in that country. I'm saying maybe Australia would get involved. The United States would be like, "Yeah, this is your problem." You know what I mean? It seems like every time we start trying to get understanding of the government over there, that's when he goes underwater. Not before. Yeah, I don't know why. As soon as you started talking about the king again, you started gurgling and burbling.
Yeah, more either.
Either way, I think if the United States was not obligated to get involved, they would not. Like, don't pick a side. Let them handle their own shit. Because if you pick a side with an ally nation and that side loses, you've made an enemy.
Yep.
All right. On this drone thing again. I heard that it's possible that this what laser weapon they used was negligently or accidentally discharged. And this might make sense in terms of what happened a couple weeks ago. Was it in New Mexico or something, or Texas?
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying out a targeting system for a laser weapon. And you know what I mean? I don't know. We're obviously not releasing to the public what our newest weapons are, right?
No.
But yeah, it's interesting. The Pentagon allegedly shot down a border patrol drone.
Yep.
Well, this is something I've been saying since I actually claimed I was a libertarian versus a lean libertarian, is these government organizations need to communicate. They need to understand. I know, but they need to. They're like, no, we're going to do better than you. It's like, no, you guys are all trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Work together, or at least share information. So at least let fucking the Department of War know that you guys are flying border drones. You know what I mean? So they don't think it's an incoming attack. All right. He logged in from his laptop. Let's see if that matters. And he muted himself.
Who?
The repeat offender muted himself as he logged into a laptop and signed off on his phone. I might be able to unmute you. You might have to do it yourself. I can ask to unmute. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to click the unmute button yourself. It's oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta, when that little red microphone with a line through it shows up, that means no one can hear you.
Yeah, no, you're right, mate. I'm trying to get it all worked out. Is that a lot better?
Yeah, it's a lot better. But as soon as you start talking about the government again, it's going to go underwater, I bet. It's almost as if someone's trying to make sure I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, they're watching me, mate. They're watching me all the time.
They're always watching you. Are you kidding me?
I'm an offender.
You think they don't have access to the same wires we do? You know?
When we push that little button and give them permission. But yeah, again, mate, it'll never happen.
But
England already had the Civil War.
I'm not saying someone is going to try to take over the monarchy. I'm just saying, should something like that happen, I think this is the perfect opportunity for the Commonwealth to decide we're going to drop the monarchy and elect a prime minister for each individual nation.
No, it'll never happen because it's already happened. They had the Civil War centuries ago.
Yep, centuries ago. And the world has changed a lot since then, hasn't it?
Look, put it this way. English Parliament is like your level of Congress and Senate and all that. That's the checks and balance for like the king is the Parliament. The monarchy, their English Parliament is the checks and balances for the monarchy.
So there's no prime minister in England?
Yes, there is.
Jesus Christ.
And he becomes a British prime minister as well.
Okay.
It just fucked up your Friday night. Sorry, brother.
No, it's so ridiculous. And The problem is the United States is becoming more and more like that, and we're supposed to be doing the opposite. It was supposed to be independent states that had their own governments that did their own thing, fuck everything. And then there was a centralized government that came together for common defense and like basic laws. Like, for example, someone's smuggling booze across state lines. The federal government will get involved in that because individual states technically didn't have jurisdiction. But now it's becoming more and more that the fucking federal government is deciding what's happening for every state. And I don't like it.
Yeah, I get where you come from. But I think that happened a lot of presidents ago, mate.
Many. Trump's trying to bring it back. That's the only reason why I support him is he's bringing back states' rights. Like West Virginia is supposed to be different than Massachusetts. They're not even similar in any way. You know? And why should the same rules apply? Why should my shower head pressure depend on what someone in DC thought it should?
Yeah, that's right. 100%, mate. And I think you're right.
Well, their argument with the shower heads was we need to conserve water, and there's only so much water to go around the city and the system, and it's just not enough for everyone to have these super high pressure showers. And I was like, I have well water. I have my own water supply, but you made this illegal for me because you don't want Boston using it.
Right.
And it really pisses me off, and I'm glad that Trump undid it. Let the states or even the counties pass their own laws about this, depending on their water supply,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think a lot of it, I think President Trump's doing a good idea. He's doing well trying to roll back a lot of federal overreach, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the big reason why I support him that's what he's doing is, quote, drain the swamp. But really, he's trying to take power away from the federal government and give it back to the states.
Yeah. Well, look what he did with COVID before he got voted out, whatever they did. He handed the power back to the states. Yeah, he did.
I did not like his response. I did not like Operation Warp Speed. I did not like 2 weeks to slow the curve.
But you got to understand, mate, he was in a position where he was told stuff like, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. It was right throughout the whole world. No one knew what was going on.
True, but everyone assumed that this is the fucking Black Death. We thought the bubonic plague was coming through again. And it turned out to be, for your average healthy person, it was a bad flu. And don't get me wrong, that's nasty. It really is. But a bad flu would kill you elderly and you're very young. It's true.
It does always.
Yes, but the flu does that anyway, right?
Yeah.
And who they talk about all these people died. It turns out most of them were under 4 or over 65.
Yeah.
And they're trying to tell me I need to get a vaccine. And I'm like, why do I need a vaccine? Like, well, so you don't kill someone else. I'm like, well, why don't they have a vaccine if they're worried about it, And then they try to explain to me how a vaccine works. I'm like, no, you don't understand how vaccines work. Vaccines exposes you to this early, so you build up antibodies and can fight it off when it shows up. This is personal, not about spreading it to other people. And even crazier is I was one of the people that's allegedly supposed to be confined in the herd immunity idea. Everyone gets vaccinated, so the handful of people that can't get this specific vaccine will never encounter this virus, right? That fit with me under COVID because it was an mRNA strand, and my medical condition with epilepsy, the shot literally could have killed me. My own father told me then I shouldn't be allowed to go out in public. And I was like, I thought the whole reason why all you guys got vaccinated was so I could go out in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Because the media
actually, when I made that argument, he's like, actually, that's a good point. You're not just refusing. It's like, I would anyway. I don't trust this fucking experimental drug, But like, it literally might kill me.
When they come around and like starting to bloody prosecute these cases, people in the media, mate, need to be hung and strung up. They pump fear, mate, 24/7 propaganda. It was the worst bit of propaganda I've seen for a long, long time.
Did you watch? You watched the State of the Union, right?
Yeah, the whole lot.
Okay. I could not do it. I usually watch it. But I watched that Democrat thing first, and it hurt my head. And then I caught the highlights of the State of the Union. But it was crazy watching Joy Reid go off about colonizing and just moving into other people's land and deciding you have a place here. You know, the white man. And then at the State of the Union, Ilhan Omar jumps up and starts yelling about letting people just move in and set up shop in someone else's land. It's just like both sides of the mouth there, you know?
Oh, their counter protest was absolute bullshit. Did you see it?
No.
Whole 12 people there dressed in dinosaur suits and bloody.
Well, yeah. See, you know why they do these stupid inflatable suits? Because if they do something to you and you react, you're the asshole beating up the guy in the fucking Barney out inflatable suit.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all staged.
Well, here's the thing, dude. What you need to do is go out in something similar to that and make it look like you're jacking off inside of it, looking at someone. So, like, walk up next to him and get real close and just start, like, pounding against the fucking side of the suit. Yeah, and be like, and wait for them to hit you.
Penetrate his suit.
Yeah. Or even better, if they just look at you the whole time, freaking finish it off and be like, I need a cigarette.
Yeah, a big gunja.
Ryan, you asleep? Uh-oh. He's going to have fun editing this shit tomorrow to cut all this off when he wakes up in 3 hours with a sore neck.
No, mate, I saw it. Like, I really, honestly, I thought the State of Union was Trump nailed home what he wanted to.
He broke his own record for length, you know.
Yeah, what do you go?
Hour 47.
Yeah, I thought it was an hour 59, but yeah, you could be right. But mate, he got home what he wanted to, what he needed to, and I think it's going to put like MAGA and the Republican Party really good for midterms. If it follows them, mate, I'll be just going down that one reel.
I'm still not sure what I think of the MAGA guys. And
mate, look,
it just depends on what you mean by MAGA. Like, I think everyone wants to make America great again. And like, anyone who lives in a first world country wants America to be a shiny beacon on the hill again, right?
I think, yeah, they do, mate. And look, I think even people from other countries do. We want you to get back to where you were because it makes us stronger. People in the know that. They know that once America's strong,
and that's what drives me nuts too. Is they're like, "Oh, why don't we have socialized healthcare like all of these other countries?" And I'm like, honestly, it's probably because we're paying their fucking national defense bill.
Like, no, we pay our own.
I ain't talking shit about Australia. I'm just saying in terms of NATO monies put in, the United States puts in so much more money, and they have to go fight New Zealand's war. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like Marco Rubio said, mate. He gave one of the best speeches I've ever heard. Then you had bloody Newcock try to bloody destroy it, and he had no chance. Marco Rubio turned around. He says, "We're not going to go out there to be world police anymore." He said, "That's not what we want." He said, "We want all nations now that are part of our United Nations,
New World Order, basically,
to make themselves strong again. We want them to be able to go out and do these things." So
they're
not relying
exactly.
on
Why
us.
is it always the United States carrying out these things, right? And Mexico did something. When was the last time you've ever heard of Mexico doing anything?
When you look at all these other countries now throughout the world, and I'm not picking on one sort of belief or anything like that. You've got the Italians movements against the Muslims.
Yeah.
Sweden now starting to knock it on there. Germany are now fighting all these imports. Invaders, yeah. Germany are now fighting back. All these countries realise, you've got countries like Hungary and Poland. They said, "We're not taking you bastards."
Oh, especially
Italy now.
European heritage. It's been there forever, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to be wiped out. And not even in a violent way. They're going to out reproduce you because the Europeans aren't reproducing, neither are Americans. And we import people. So the lineage of the English is going to disappear. The most common name in England right now is Mohammed. You know that.
Yep. 100%. 100%, mate.
Why isn't it John?
Well, that's it. Look, you look at Russia, China, Japan. You look at Poland, Hungary. They've said, no, we're not taking you. You come here and cause a scene, you watch what happens to you.
No,
Japan.
you can come and visit. No, you can come and visit. That's cool. We're awesome with that. You spend your money, we love it, right? You can even come here and live here for a while. Maybe even get citizenship. Maybe. But there's no way you're crossing our border and just setting up shop.
Well, Muslims aren't, I could be wrong. I'll stand corrected if I'm wrong. I believe in Japan that Muslims aren't allowed to be buried there once they're dead.
Really?
Yeah, I'll stand corrected.
What do they do with them?
Send them back.
To where? Like, what if a Japanese man converted to Islam, they're not going to bury him?
I don't think you'll find that's happening, mate.
Really? Because that's a big part of their religion is the burial rites.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you mutilate a body after they're dead and bury them, they are in the afterlife mutilated. You mean they carry take their arm off, they are in eternity without that arm.
Or if they get killed by a female.
Well, then you don't get to go to
female. You're 72 virgins.
Yeah, you don't get it anymore. The problem is these 72 virgins are freaking like dudes that look like you and Brian, right? But they weigh 140 pounds more and they're greasy playing video games, jerking off to freaking animated porn. You know that, right?
I more thought they looked like Rosie O'Donnell, mate, but we could differ.
Okay. I was just picturing fat, greasy, freaking like 20-year-olds with the pimples, eating pizza, playing a video game. Yeah, that's your 72 virgins, you know?
More like Rosie O'Donnell, no wonder she's a lesbian.
Even if she wasn't, it would take many, many years in eternity before I decide to bang Rosie O'Donnell. And Brian wakes up and takes off his headphones. I love it.
It'll take more than a Bud Light.
I drank a giant Bud Light actually recently. It's funny because I bought it just for that money you promised.
Yeah, I'll set it.
I kept it in the fridge for like 3 months. And then one day I was drinking some beers, just chilling out, and ran out of beer. And I was like, whatever. And drank it.
Should have videoed it.
Yeah, but it's like 3 of these cans, you know?
Yeah.
Well, actually, here, let me see if I can. Right there on top of the fridge.
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah. Like something on a sports movie.
All right. I don't know if there's anything else in there I want to talk about, honestly. Oh, excuse me. Oh, one of these sentences that Biden auto-penned. He didn't pardon the guy. He gave him a not suspended sentence. There's a term for it. Basically time served. That's enough time in prison. You're free now, right? Brian, what is it called? A commuted sentence? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Commuted, yeah.
Yeah. Biden, one of his auto pen things was a commuted sentence of this guy. He was a murderer.
Yep.
And he was let out of prison, and now he's back in jail awaiting trial, I believe, for murder again. And this is the problem with a mass sweeping policy like this on criminals.
Yep.
I mean, maybe we should keep the murderers in prison. At least
all criminals are innocent.
until proven guilty in a court of law. I'm pretty sure I saw that on Cops, right? Hawk Tuah girl's got a OnlyFans.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah, she's running out of money there.
She swore to God she wasn't going to do it because she respects herself and she ain't no dirty hoe. And now she's doing it. So her dad must be so proud after the Hawk Tuah girl thing came up, and now it's everyone knows she's banging and blowing dudes for money.
Yep. When she got that first tattoo, mate, it was all downhill.
You could have just done the one funny thing and never tell anyone who you were. Right?
Yep.
It just would have been a funny meme. But nope, had to be famous. And now look at you. Oh, I make all this money. Yeah, they jerk off to watching you suck a dick.
Yep.
That's how you make your money, okay?
Yeah.
Ron, is that how you want to make your money?
Nope.
Bunch of dudes jerking off watching you suck a dick.
Who, Brian?
No.
Oh, you're asking me?
I'm just saying that's not how you want to make your money, is it?
Nah, mate, nah. There wouldn't be enough beer out there for me.
I'll find another way to make money.
I'll drink Foster's on your channel.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, oh yeah, no, we're not whores. I'm like, yes, you are. It was enough money that was okay for you to blow some dude to get paid for it. That's
the money that she made. What did she do with it? She must have made a fortune before that.
No, on what? It wasn't her video.
No. But she got endorsements. She was put on everywhere, mate. Like she was
on podcasts, but
yeah, but she
wasn't selling anything.
Well, she didn't have very good management, did she?
She was some random broad on the street who answered a question about what drives a guy nuts, and she goes, "Oh, when you give it that good Hawk Tuah, you know." And
Billy Bob now.
That could have been it.
Hawk Tuah's the way to go.
And old Billy Bob's now an afterthought, eh?
Yeah, now some dude's friggin' pounding it, watching her shit get pushed in, you know?
Yeah. It's a hard life, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that hard, dude. I mean, I guess it has to be that hard if you'd be banging her up the butt all the time for money, but
yeah.
I've literally been homeless before, and I never said, hey, let's ruin any bit of respect I have for myself to make some money.
You never said $20 is $20 ever?
No. No, my effort and time is worth money. And
50 at least for a Sunday.
And that's the thing is, like, well, everyone has their price. Yeah, you can say that, but like, there's no amount of money you could pay me to friggin' like suck my own shit off of some other guy's dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are limits.
But you could find plenty of it on the internet, can't you?
Yeah, there's a limit of $50, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just whatever. Just have some self-respect, you know.
Oh, mate. Once they get to taste a bit of fame in that, it's like they reckon it's addictive. It's something I've never sort of like craved. You know what I mean? Like you don't go out looking for it because once it becomes addictive, you sell your soul.
I mean, what do you consider famous though? Like, how many people have to have known who you are or what happened before you're quote famous? You know?
Well, before the internet, mate, the only way you become famous is if you're on the news or on movies and TV.
Yep.
So you're talking about like a nationwide thing.
But now you've got the internet. This is where all fame comes from now. Social media.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's just sad. But like you said, they're selling their souls and they don't even understand it. And here's the thing is she's gonna turn 40 and wish she had kids and want to have kids. And she's not going to find a single man who wants to marry her and settle down because she's the Hawk Tuah girl that sucked dick and got fucked for money.
Yep.
Yeah. Who wants to marry that?
No,
No.
nobody.
No decent bloke would.
And they can say all they want. I don't want to get married. I don't care. Okay, trust me, biology's a real thing. And once you're approaching menopause, you are gonna crave a child. And by then it's already too late.
Yeah. A lot of females going through it, mate. A lot of business ladies and all that sort of stuff. Women in power. Once they become movie stars, mate, they go and hire kids. Go and adopt kids. They'll get 7 or 8 of them. Have nannies look after them.
Well, then you got Elon Musk, who made all of his money instead of being a whore, made his money through business, and then became a whore. Then he's got like 22 kids.
He paid for those kids.
Yes. Okay. And that is the legal thing to do. But those kids have no dad.
Nope.
No.
And that's not good either.
No, that's right, mate. But look, at the end of the day, they're going to do what they live for today. That's all they do.
Yeah, but what does that leave? I want to say, what does it leave for your children? But most of these people aren't having kids. They're sterilizing themselves.
Yeah. It's like chicks like that
their
Bonnie
babies.
Blue.
Huh?
Yeah. Sorry, mate. No, you're right.
Didn't she
just... that Bonnie Blue.
Her name came up again somewhere, and I don't remember where. Since Bali.
I reckon she's pregnant. But, you go to a country like Bali doing that shit, mate, you're stupid. You're an absolute
Well, that's
idiot.
what it was. She was in England again or something, and she's trying to break her own record for most dudes to nut in her without a condom.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're begging for a disease.
Or a paternity suit.
Yeah, right. Good luck figuring out whose it is. Well, you got DNA swab of everyone first. Fuck you.
Names.
You hired me to fuck you. I'm not paying for your kid.
Yep.
It's just, oh my God. It's just gross. Like, exactly. Bonnie Blue. Who's going to marry that bitch?
You wouldn't bar of him, mate.
All right. And again, exactly what you said. They're thinking about now and not what's gonna make me happy in life. And then they're all complaining about how they're not happy with life and life sucks. They're like, well, maybe you should make different decisions.
Yeah.
Like, I love it out here. Granted, I always sound angry on the show. It's because I'm talking about the shit that pisses me off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I love life out here, dude. I go out in my yard. I fucking watch deer walk through my yard. Freaking talk to them.
And you wonder why you can't shoot them.
Wow. I need to get a bow because it turns out that they're mostly hunted out by the end of bow season before rifle season starts.
Oh, yeah.
And the ones that survived disappeared into the forest away from the communities.
Smart deer.
Yeah, so but I got me a new rifle and I got a spot I think is pretty secluded. So next season might be better.
Is there anything in leftovers you want to cover?
Oh, we already did some of it actually.
Yeah, we did a couple.
Now
Anything else?
Not really.
Congratulations to US hockey team, guys. What a great win.
First time since 1980.
Yep.
Yeah. I watched the game.
You got up for it?
And it was not just men's hockey, it was women's hockey too.
I thought they already won by then.
Yeah, didn't they play? They played before the men, didn't they?
Yeah. And it was funny because Trump made a joke to the men's hockey team on the phone with them about, I'm going to have to invite the women's team too.
That joke.
Or I'll be impeached. Like, we should impeach him over this. Like, you proved him right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man, it was pretty awesome, the hockey game.
Did
Overtime
you
goal.
listen to it or watch it?
Huh?
You watch any of it?
I did not get to see it, unfortunately, but can't catch all the sports.
It was on at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, tomorrow, if you can, watch the rugby league from Vegas.
Yeah.
Watch who?
Rugby league in Vegas.
Okay, they're playing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, mate, we got
4
sides out there. The Newcastle Knights, mate, my team. The mighty Newcastle Knights are playing.
All right. And when
from Las Vegas.
In Vegas, so it might be very late here.
No, it'll be in the afternoon, evening your time.
But do you understand there's what 4 time zones in contiguous United States?
I don't even know if it's going to be on TV anywhere.
Check it out.
I'm just saying, if the game's in the afternoon in Nevada, it might be at 9 o'clock at night here.
I'm not sure, mate. It might be even throughout the day. It might have been throughout the morning.
I think that's our shit.
Yeah, if I could find it, I'll check it out. But it is time to go. Pinch this turd off.
You got it. Out.